Keeler Show today.
It's time to read the news and weather. Time to figure out what to say. It's time to turn the channel of the Keeler Show today.
Why do we always listen?
Keeler's always in the know.
It makes me want to call him
And tell him where to go. And now let's get things started. Andrew, let's get things started.
It's time to get things started.
On the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, Keelerational. This is what we call the Keeler Show.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
Well, good morning. Good morning. And I don't know about
Good morning.
anybody else, but when I looked outside my front window this morning, I saw a green Christmas.
Yeah, and it was warm.
So, but I'm going to tell you, when you look for it, here we are. Isn't this the weirdest weather? And it's been this way for quite some time. Way up. Now, we were dealing with hot temperatures previously, way up.
Yeah.
And then down and cool. Way up, and now it's like up into the 40s to near 50, down into the teens, and it seems like we just can't get consistent.
The 40 degree temperature this morning feels tropical compared to that.
It does.
15 degrees.
Bermuda shorts.
Oh boy.
Probably margaritas, back porch, whatever. Good morning, but no, it's next week. It's gonna be really cold before it warms back up again.
That's right.
We're just in one of those, and I think what happens is on the jet stream, and I don't know anything about what I'm talking about, but I'm just saying. This is how I see it. On the jet stream, we're along the line. We're along that line to the very cold to the north, to the warmer to the south. And it just kind of changes a little bit, and that's what's causing our up and down. I don't know if that's true, but logically, it sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I'd stick with it. Nobody's going to be like, that's not true. Wait a minute, here's Richard.
Here's
Hold
Richard,
on.
yeah,
That's
meteorologist
not true.
extraordinaire.
Richard, I'm just busting chops.
If I can take a moment quickly to hijack the show to send a little shout out to my cousin Josh. Ruffing is leaving this morning out of Syracuse to go serve 2 years in Germany.
Wow.
He's in the Army. He just graduated college.
Wow.
Paratrooper school. So
That's
is
pretty awesome.
off this morning, and we are very proud of him as a family. He's a great young man, and he's serving our country bravely, and he's off to Germany for 2 years this morning. So I just want to give him a little shout out. His mom and dad are also very proud of him as well.
I'm asked to not announce. By the way, as long as we're doing shout-outs.
Yeah. I don't usually do them, but some of them warrant. Some of them are
As long
warranted.
as we're doing shout-outs, this would be a shout-out. See if I can find it here. This would be a shout-out also to the Valley.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Because the roughing name, I think, is Little Falls, right?
That's my my uncle.
That's
and
not
aunt.
him, though?
No.
Okay.
That's Josh's uncle, Mark.
I would like to congratulate Peyton Comstock of the Downsville Blue Devils girls basketball team.
Yes.
Yesterday, the highest single game total of any Section 3 player this season. In their win yesterday, the Blue Devils played the Beavers of, I believe the Beavers are not Leonardsville. What's that school down there with 12 kids?
I don't know.
Anyway, Blue Devils winning 93-11 over Brookfield.
Oh, my God.
And she scored 52 points.
Wow.
Isn't that
That's
impressive?
amazing.
So Peyton Comstock. Today is
Congrats, Peyton.
Peyton Comstock Day.
Yeah, that's awesome.
At least in Dowsville it is. It's a big stinking deal right there. And then I will tell you that we are in the midst of an auction. And
I've seen 300.
and it is an auction which will benefit real men get tested for cancer. We are right now with a bid of $300 on the Utica Mack truck, $300 on the Utica Mack truck. And that is a bid by
Steve Spurbeck. VRL Automotive.
We are, and then where are we at the from the Sheriff's Association, Sheriff Mashel, and Clinton Tractor?
We have this beautiful New Holland T8 replica, donated by the Oneida County Sheriff's Office Law Enforcement Foundation. I believe I have that right.
I think you do, and that's made in America, all of that stuff. And it's a
you
beauty.
put your kid to work with this thing. It's got its own little trailer on the back of it, and they can have their own little tractor action. And that is at $300 as well, courtesy of Glenn Stevener, our neighbor here on River Road in Marcy.
All right, so we have a $325 bid on the Mack truck. A $325 bid on the Mack pickup truck.
That just came in?
That just came in. It is anonymous.
All right.
Okay?
I see.
They do not want their name out there. They're currently serving 10 to 12 and state prison, so they just don't want their name out there.
All right. That's a lot of commissary money you're giving out for that.
And so that puts that at $325. The Mack truck is at $325. The $300 bid is on the tractor from the Sheriff's Association and Sheriff Mashel. So there you go.
And this is a friendly competition, but a competition nonetheless. Sheriff Mashel has never had his tractor outbid the Utica Mack truck.
It is he's never won, right? He has never won this friendly battle. Megan, you're handling the lines. Good morning again, filling in for Davey. These are big shoes to fill, I realize. On the grumpy scale, anyway. 'Cause sometimes Davey
I know.
Sometimes he's grumpy.
He doesn't hold back.
And we kind of enjoy that. So you'll handle the phones in there. Good morning.
Good morning, and yes, sir.
You had a story this morning, Megan, that I thought was interesting. What do you know on this? This is the cancer center that I go to, and as a matter of fact, I'll be going to over the holidays. This is my big 6-month exam. So I don't know. All I know is I have to fast for this one.
Oh boy!
With all the blood work. Anyway, at Roswell in Buffalo, which I highly recommend. And, I always talk about how they just deal in cancer. And in my case specifically, my doctor and the entire team that I work with, they only deal with leukemia. So you're getting experts in their field. Anyway, they're in the news today. Is that right?
They are in the news today because they are expanding. And what's great about it is it looks like Buffalo is now turning up to be a hub for cancer center for cancer research as well as cell therapy. So State and Roswell Park Comprehensive Center officials, they announced that the entire floor of the Cancer Cell Center at Roswell Park campus, it's now the Roswell Park GMP Engineering and Cell Manufacturing Facility. So it's going to be dedicated to developing new cancer treatments through cell and gene therapy. There's going to be 14 rooms for re-engineering and genetically modifying living cells to the half dozen the center already has. So It's really going to be a hub.
So you know that there's a lot of research there. Mm-hmm. In fact, I'm on a research trial myself. And the beauty of that is, I guess the difficulty of being on that is there is some unknown, right? You're actually testing out, in my case, I'm testing out a type of therapy, a type of medicine that has not been approved for this by the FDA, and they're trying to prove that it is something that is effective. And so far for me, it has been, with fewer symptoms, fewer side effects.
Yeah, 6 months. So what's the new
that's
update,
a big deal.
Bill? Besides you having to fast.
Well, I don't know what it is yet. I go on the 30th.
Oh, you go on the 30th.
So, but I think it is that if I were to be tested today, you wouldn't even know that I have, based on blood work, you would not even know that there's cancer.
That is awesome.
So now I want to knock on Formica here because I hope that's true. Anyway, over the holiday we'll go, and that's awesome to see that there's big investment going on at Roswell and Buffalo.
And you're officially a part of it.
And I'm a bit of you feel a little, when you're a part of a study like this, you do feel a little bit like your what you're
It's a
going
guinea
through
pig.
is your no. I'm saying what you feel like.
That's that Andrew with an Italian accent.
Well, he's been talking like that since that kid got arrested for the shooting of the United Healthcare CEO.
No, it's actually a line from Grumpier Old Men.
Oh, sorry.
But
Anyway,
yes.
the for me, it is you feel like you're doing some good. You feel like you are.
That's a good way of looking at
You
it.
are volunteering. The other part is they pay for all your medicine, which is like $27,000 a month.
Whew.
So you don't have to pay for that. Can you
is
imagine?
unreal.
Isn't it?
It's almost a little.
Like, I hate to say,
Yeah.
like, how much does that drug cost to make?
I don't know, but prior to 2002, there was no treatment for this. I mean, the treatment was radiation and chemotherapy, and only about 35% of people survived. So I would say it's worth $1 million. However,
absolutely. You can't
I
put
know
a price
your-
tag on a life.
I know your point, and you're absolutely right. It's like, how much for this pharmaceutical does it cost to actually make these 2 pills I take every night? How much does that cost? Well, $27,000 a month.
That's
Think about that.
crazy.
It's crazy. Nonetheless, it is essential, and
Well, absolutely.
it's
Like I
certainly
said-
life-changing.
Like you said, it's helping you. Probably on the 30th, it's going to be undetectable. So there is that trade-off for that. But again, you have to look at that price tag and go, really?
Yeah.
That much?
Well, and I wonder if it's like that around the world, because there are other places probably where it doesn't cost so much to.
Not
Or they don't have
really.
access
It
to
certainly doesn't cost.
That's a good
or they
point,
don't have
Andrew.
access to it. Yeah, that's very true. Anyway, with the auction, it benefits real men get tested for cancer. As long as we're going to talk about it, which is just all about getting tested. I was watching a video yesterday of a man that went in and he found prostate cancer. And he has started a campaign called "Get Your Ass In to Get Tested."
It's a division of Real Men Get Tested.
It is. I think it
A
is.
subsidiary.
And I like that. But his whole thing is the same thing that Tim Reed and I talk about. And it is if you can catch it early, it changes the outcome.
Yeah.
If you catch it late, it can become very, very difficult. So
Yeah.
do the right thing, get tested. Probably the greatest gift that any man could give to his family, to his children, to his wife or significant other, or whatever your scenario is. Probably the greatest gift is actually being around. So the money goes to Real Men Get Tested for Cancer, which promotes the message about just getting out there and getting tested. So we thank Utica Mac, Tom Hyland, TJ, and everybody over next door at Utica Mac. And also Clinton Tractor, and Sheriff Mayshall, and everyone at that Sheriff's Foundation.
Since we started talking about this, I discovered something that may inspire you to help Sheriff Mayshall today, as in donate to his Clinton Tractor and try to get the bid up for that because it is his birthday today.
Oh, okay.
happy
So Oneida
birthday.
County Sheriff Rob Mayshall celebrating a birthday today, and so you can celebrate it or help celebrate him by bidding up that tractor today. It's currently at $300.
Donna asks, so happy birthday, Sheriff.
Yes,
Donna
happy birthday.
asks, if approved, how many people can afford the drug or will insurance cover it? Well, I got to tell you, before I was on the study, our insurance has a program where they use a third party, and it must be that people donate to this cause or whatever it is. I don't know what it is, but it's through our insurance, which is Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Yeah.
And it's a third-party company, so a nurse calls and said, all right, your insurance company is going to pay this amount of the drug. We will come in and pay the rest, so there will be no out-of-pocket for you.
Wow, that's
So
awesome.
that was before I got into the study. So it wasn't money that drove me into the study. We were already being covered. However, where you do find a problem is outside the United States and poorer countries where they do not have access to these drugs. And that is a problem.
That's rough.
And you know, when you're asking $27,000 a month for it, So
That's
so Donna,
like more than what some people make in a single year.
think about that, especially if you're talking about other
let's not
countries
talk
and
about-
third
oh,
world.
I thought you were talking
Especially when you talk about radio people.
Oh, we went there.
Yeah.
Don't talk about that.
What they have to do, Mike, is amortize the cost of the years of research, which is why the cost of your pills are so much. Assuming over time, when it is more utilized, the cost will go down. I would assume that is the case. When it becomes a first line of defense and is used more often, you're probably correct. That will happen. All right. What else do we do? Did I mention that girl from Dallasville, Comstock, scored 52 points?
That's pretty impressive.
That's incredible. I know Andrew needs me to take a break. Therefore, I will take a break. I got a bunch more to get to here today. Tanya Power's coming up in a second. Once again, it is the 69th year in a row that we are doing what during the holidays? I'll tell you what that is, and you won't be surprised. I don't want to build it up too much. You won't be surprised. 69 years in a row. We'll get to it coming right up.
Hello, Utica. This is Carrie Paleo from the Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce. We're thrilled to introduce some of the newest members of our business network.
Aerify Air Duct and Dryer Vent Cleaning, aerifyny.com, Key Accounting Solutions, 2140 Oriskany Boulevard, Suite 6, Whitesboro. The M Apartments, 239 Genesee Street, Utica.
By supporting the local economy, we'll keep building the future of Utica together. Greater Utica Chamber, empowering upstate New York.
New deals on last-minute holiday finds just dropped at Lowe's. Save $600 on a Whirlpool fingerprint-resistant stainless steel side-by-side refrigerator. Plus, MyLowe's Rewards members save $50 on an Allen & Roth Brighton pull-down kitchen faucet. Your choice of finishes for $79. Lowe's knows deals. Offers valid 12/12 through 12/18 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowe's.com/terms for details. Subject to change.
When you don't have enough to eat, all you think about is food. That makes it hard to give your best.
Nearly impossible to feel your best.
And it makes tough decisions even tougher.
At Food Bank of Central New York, all we think about is food too, and how to get it to the people who need it most. Think you can help? Give today at foodbankcny.org.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Steel holiday savings are here. Make room under the tree for gifts at the top of their wish list. Right now, power up the holidays with great deals on long-lasting tools. Find the perfect gift at your local Steel dealer or shop the Steel Holiday Gift Guide at steelusa.com.
It's time to stop letting road conditions dictate your journey. Nokian Tire's all-weather tires are versatile enough for summer heat, spring rain, and winter snow, allowing you to forget the forecast, so you can focus on the road ahead, not the road below. Forget the forecast with a year-round tire approved for winter use. Find Nokian Tire's all-weather tires at Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, with locations in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer. Learn more at tallmanstire.com.
Go with your gut. Your dog's immune system is based in the gut. A diet lacking in nutrients can cause itching, scratching, and a weak immune system. However, there is a solution. DINOVITE, Dinovite.
It took a grand total of 2 weeks. The dog stopped itching, the hair stopped falling out.
Try Dinovite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dinovite.
You know, the big carriers, AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, they say free, but what they really mean is see the fine print. Now, there's no shortage of ads from big carriers, and they offer the latest iPhone quote for free. But when you look deeper, you realize to qualify, you're going to need to trade in your phone valued at $1,000, and you need to be on the $100 a month unlimited plan, and you're probably going to pay a $35 activation fee. Now, that's a lot of money for a free phone. Don't fall for it. Now, Pure Talk, which is my cell phone company, has a better option. You can get a brand new iPhone 14, which has all the bells and whistles you'll ever need. Plus, you get unlimited talk and text, 15 gigs of data, mobile hotspot, and you get it for $50 a month. How about that? Now, just dial pound 250, say the keyword save now. Do it now. You'll save an additional 50% off your first month. Plus, when you dial pound 250, keyword save now, guess what? You know you're getting the best customer service in America. Pure Talk, America's wireless company.
Everybody knows it's a musical second act that has the biggest showstoppers. And the second act of the 2024-25 Broadway Utica season is no exception. Subscribe now and save on tickets to Dirty Dancing in Concert, The Addams Family, and Dear Evan Hansen. So join Broadway Utica now for the second act at BroadwayUtica.org. Become a subscriber and save money. That's BroadwayUtica.org.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
I don't know if you've been watching the Mega Millions, but it was growing. We're now at 700 and I believe it's 740. Is that right?
Yes.
For tonight, $740 million.
And actually, Justin from Mohawk said, Bill, we could almost afford Juan Soto if we won the Mega Millions.
That's a good point. Think about that.
Almost.
And then I want to tell you one thing I thought we could do is let's all do a group like a what do they do when everybody buys a ticket?
Oh, Megan's been organizing that.
You have, but I think we could do. Let's
it's
do
a Mega
one.
Millions pool.
Let's do one in studio.
Yeah,
and bring a few people in from the outside.
Okay.
From the outside.
So we have two circles.
Okay, and can I tell you? Do you remember the winner when it was like in July or whatever? Somebody won $1.13 billion in New Jersey. Do you know that ticket has not come forward?
Are you serious?
Oh.
Someone may have thrown it away. $1.13 billion.
Okay, let's go to New Jersey and dig through some trash, people.
There now, or
say we're leaving this
or
morning.
they're holding out and they're getting their ducks in a row. I don't know, but right now, I think they only have another 4 or 5 months to be able to come forward. I'll get the full story and tell you specifically. Ladies and gentlemen, here she is, the one and only Tanya J. Powers. Good morning, Tanya. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Those stories, those hurt my feelings whenever there's somebody that doesn't, bring it. Oh, man.
Well, I'm going to show the lottery. I'm not going to turn in my ticket.
Can I tell you that whenever I play the lottery, I use the app now, Jackpocket. And it just dawned on me the other day, is it, if you really buy a ticket, do you really win? And I started looking up the winners through Jackpocket. And they just recently had a $5 million lottery winner. They had another. And what happens is you automatically, in the morning, you get an email that says, you won. And it'll tell you how much.
Really?
If it's over $600, they do a whole big thing where securely they bring you the ticket. And then you go off and go to your state to get paid. But there was recently a $5-something million winner.
Yeah.
And they make their money when you deposit. So if you put in, $20, they make a percentage off that. They do not make a percentage off your winning. So just keep that in mind.
Oh, okay.
I know that's not what you're talking about, but this is 69 years of holiday joy.
Yes.
And what do we know about NORAD?
NORAD is tracking Santa. This is the 69th year that they will be doing this. Of course, this is a very big deal. It is a way to see where Santa is, how many presents he's delivered, all of that. They actually started doing this in 1955, even before their name was NORAD. Actually, the name was actually not NORAD. It was something else at that point. If you look at NORADSanta.org, that is the website for the tracking. That's where you can see where Santa is, how many presents he's delivered. You can also find out a lot more about the Santa tracking. North American Aerospace Defense Command, NORAD, was actually something else. Like I said, it's when it started. They use the North Warning System. They have 47 installations across Canada, Alaska. They also, make a point of checking the radar to see where Santa is in relation to, where after he leaves the North Pole, where he has delivered presents to, what countries he is over. Like I said, it started with the Continental Air Defense Command in 1959, and then NORAD replaced that in 1958, and they took over the work of this. And when you go to NORADSanta.org, there's games you can play. You can chat with radar. You can, even buy Santa and NORAD merch. There's, like I said, there's a little arcade. There's music. It's all kinds of stuff. But if you're like more of an old school kind of Santa tracker, you can actually call 1-877-HI-NORAD, HINORAD, on December 24th, and you can talk to their live operators. They'll answer the phone, and you can ask, hey, where is Santa? How many presents has he delivered? What's going on with the sleigh? How's Rudolph? And they will answer your questions right there on the phone. It's not like an automated thing. These folks answer the phones, and it's kind of cool.
Any truth to the rumor that NORAD has discovered that Santa's elves are screwing around with drones off the coast of New Jersey?
Listen, I can neither confirm nor deny. That is above my pay grade.
It is a new delivery method. Santa's getting old. He's getting tired. So.
Yeah, it's like, test these out, boys. Ho, ho, ho. I'm going to take a nap.
He had way too much milk and cookies.
Way too much. Well, it's kind of cool, and of course we have now ours here at Griffith is called EAD, Eastern Air Defense, and I don't think they do this. I think this is done with NORAD, which is located where? Do we know where that is?
I believe they're in Colorado Springs.
In Colorado Springs, okay.
Yeah, I think that's where they're located. Like I said, there's a whole history of it on NORADSanta.org. They go through, what NORAD normally does.
Yep.
The jet fighters and how the Canadians are involved in this, and there's a lot of different aspects to this. It even gives you the sleigh technical data.
Oh.
The designer and builder is of course K. Kringle and Elves Incorporated.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's about 75 candy canes long, or 150 lollipops long. It's 40 candy canes wide and 55 candy canes high. Tells you all about the fuel. It, of course,
they're definitely, they're definitely. This is a release for them this time of year. They are enjoying.
And there's also an app if you don't want to go on the website, or you forget where it is. If there's an app you can actually download it. So on December 24th, when the little ones are like, "Hey, where's the app now?
Yeah.
Where's the app now?" There you go. You just download the app and take a look at where Santa is.
I'll be dealing with 4 little ones, so Tanya, you are a lifesaver.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. You can answer all the questions.
So I got to say that when our kids were young, it was like the old, oatmeal and glitter. You put it all together and it becomes reindeer food.
Oh,
and then you go out and throw it out in the snow and it comes glittering down. We don't do it inside.
Well, I know, but still, you'll be seeing it in the summer. You're bringing out your lawn furniture. Look at the reindeer food.
Why is the patio glittering? Okay,
yard.
All right. Anyway, those days are clearly gone for us, but pretty cool. All right, Tanya, awesome. We love it. Thank you for your update on NORAD.
Sure. Thank you.
Have a great day. Tanya J. Powers on Fox News Radio. 69 years of doing this.
Of happy awesome. Memories.
And EAD, the Eastern Air Defense, is they out in Rome took complete control of the U.S. airways during 9/11. So when everything was shut down, it was in Rome at Eastern Air Defense that everything in the United States was being run out of Rome.
Truly
in the air.
Wow. Really,
it's quite. And when it came time for that plane whether it was going to be shot down in Pennsylvania or not. That came out of Rome as well, obviously via President Bush at the time. Florida nurse has been arrested after being accused of stealing her own patients' checks and credit cards.
Oh.
Authorities
Sounds
say
like a lovely woman.
That's awful.
Trenton Duckworth even forged his patient's signature on a $5,000 check. Here is Yolanda Fernandez of the St. Petersburg Police Department talking about this really terrible crime. Here we go.
It was the son of the patient who was very alert. He was handling his dad's finances, and he noticed that there were some checks made out to somebody with an unusual name. It was Trenton Duckworth.
Oh, Trenton Duckworth.
Oh,
well, that's him. That's a real name, by the way.
that was the victim now.
No, Trenton Duckworth is the nurse who actually did the forging.
Okay.
Yeah, terrible. By the way, Mike says the guy who had the winning lottery ticket didn't get tested for cancer, and just another reason to get tested.
Oh, my God.
That got dark fast.
Wow.
That's dark, and I love it, Mike.
Oh, Michael.
NORAD does a great job tracking Santa. Drones, not so much.
Yeah, come on. Let's get on it. Priorities, people.
Although I got to tell you, last night while watching the news, I have been one of these that is like, listen, we know what these drones are. We may be behind them. Half of them are probably incorrect sightings, like the people think they're seeing drones and they might be an airplane,
like
or it's a legal drone. Some kid is like, oh, this will be really cool. Let's mess with these people.
Andrew does have a story about someone who did use their drone to screw with people in New Jersey.
Yeah, I do. We'll have to wait for the news update. for it, though.
Okay.
Come on. Don't be getting too ahead of ourselves.
New Jersey.
There.
Anyway, you kind of after watching the news yesterday, I'm like, maybe we don't know what's going on. Maybe it is just a bunch of, it started out with one military drone, and then people started talking and panicking even more, and then it was an airplane that they thought was a drone, a helicopter.
It's almost like the Crucible, where the Salem witch trials, and pretty soon mass hysterics.
Worse, right? It creates that hysteria. A company called Click Health surprised a bunch of employees with a much-needed hug.
Oh, nice.
I'm not in the mood to read that story. I'm
please.
sorry.
You're going to be sick this morning.
Please.
Christmas is a few days away. Let's bring on the coal, everybody.
Make me sick.
Get back to Michael's dark comment.
As you can imagine, all of the stories they're sending me here this morning are all... Oh, this is a good one. Have you tried this? Hot Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Well, it's trending online. Fans claim it's a great holiday drink. Here is a video telling you exactly how to do it.
Have you ever heard of Hot Dr. Pepper? This is soda on a whole nother level. All you need for this is a 2-liter of Dr. Pepper and a fresh lemon, as well as some kind of slow cooker. I'm going to dump this 2-liter into my crock pot, and then we'll put the lid on and I'll let it warm up. I set my crock pot on high for about 2 hours, just until the Dr. Pepper is hot, but not simmering too much or boiling. Now we'll just add in our lemon slices. The spices of Dr. Pepper really work well as a hot drink, and the lemon just brings it all home. Don't knock it till you try it.
I got to say that Dr. Pepper is a plethora of flavors.
I do like the Diet Dr. Pepper.
Diet Dr.
not a fan
Pepper
of sugar
tastes
just like
Dr. Pepper. Yeah.
God bless them for being able to do that.
I don't know how they do
and,
it.
I'm open to trying anything. Like the last time I was in Florida, I saw the jalapeno cheddar peanut butter burger, and I ate it, and it was delicious. Hot Dr. Pepper, I don't know if I could bring myself to try it.
But you will. I think you will.
It's like a long process for what? I mean, warm it up. Dr. Pepper?
Just warm it up.
Makes me wonder if the people who try it then wander outside and go, I see drones.
Yeah, right.
Yesterday, this is a serious piece of news, and that shooting at the Christian school yesterday
terrible.
In Wisconsin. This I can't be the only one that was shocked to see that the shooter was a female.
I think it's like the second confirmed female shooter. Last year we had the at the Tennessee or Nashville, and now
that was a female.
Yes,
I thought this was like the first. I don't recall any other female, so there must have been another, and I just wasn't paying attention. But in this case, multiple people dead, injured after the shooting at the Abundant Life Christian School in Wisconsin. Police say the shooter was a 15-year-old girl who was found dead of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Here is the chief there talking about everything that went down, and Megan's right. Terribly sad. Here we go.
When officers arrived, they found multiple victims suffering from gunshot wounds.
Some of the older students were running across the parking lot to the church sanctuary, and then later on, very slowly, in a more orderly fashion, the younger students holding hands were led out to go across the parking lots to the sanctuary.
So close to Christmas, every person in that building is a victim. And these types of trauma don't just go away.
And you think about, we're always looking for a quick solution. I know what's causing this. Parents aren't taking care of their kids. Parents aren't bringing up, it's video games that are causing this. TikTok is causing this. This is being caused by TikTok.
Video games.
There is, because we took the 10 Commandments out of the schools. It's a Christian school. Okay? The 10 Commandments is there.
Yeah.
Or are. However that would be. And I just don't know that there is any. I don't understand. I do not understand.
It sounds like the parents didn't secure the guns. And
well, that is
foul.
So that is because it was a handgun.
Mm-hmm.
So there,
and a 15-year-old can't buy a gun.
Correct. So that is an issue where we're starting to see now where those parents who
they'll face consequences.
They're facing charges, and I don't know what happens in this case necessarily, but we've seen that happen in the past. So it may very well be the case here.
It might start a new precedent.
On the program today, we have a bunch to get to. Dr. Kent Hall coming up, and this is something that Megan is all about, although it backfired for you. You were being very careful because you're going home for a big holiday celebration.
Yes, sir.
And she was wearing a mask. You were being very careful not to catch anything from anybody to ruin your holiday. Yet, you got sick. Isn't it funny how that crap works?
Actually, yes, I did.
Meanwhile, Andrew over here is rolling in wet virus. He rolls in it. He bathes in it.
I'm immune.
I swear the viruses know who to mess with the most. But yeah, I went to the movies. Thankfully, I'm all better now.
So you were at the movies, and there were a bunch of kids that were sick.
Yes, and so I think I know. Except there was a little kid next to me. We were watching Moana 2 because I wanted to see if when I'm down in Connecticut, bring my nieces to see it.
Sure, yeah.
And
you got to screen it first. These movies nowadays.
The kid next to me starts going, I want to go home. And at first I thought, the kid's just throwing a temper tantrum.
Yeah.
But you're watching a magical movie with a bunch of action sequences. And I thought, as I was getting sick, going, I know why that kid wanted to go home.
Yeah.
But I'm better now.
Later that night, he was puking his popcorn. It's terrible.
So was
Which
I.
was in the same form that it was when it went in. The weirdest thing.
Well, you ate it too fast, Johnny.
The world's best diet.
Anyway, we'll talk to Dr. Hall about that. And sometimes I think that the more careful we are, those are the people that end up getting.
I'm reckless. I go into the urgent cares around town and just
Andrew will go in and be like, "Hey, how you guys doing?" Yeah.
Doesn't wash his hands. High fives people.
Cough on me, please.
Big smooch on the lips.
Murphy's Law is real.
Dave Olney is an expert with New York State Police when it comes to drones, and we're going to talk to him about and also being a state trooper. He is aware. I think really what could be happening in Jersey, and we'll see what Dave thinks, is what we said, where it starts out as a drone and then it gets ugly. That's coming up next hour.
Get ready to deck the halls and make your home merry and bright this holiday season with Adirondack Home Furniture. Create lasting memories with friends and family around a new dining room set or in a new living room. With over 40 quality living and dining rooms available, you're sure to find the perfect pieces that match any style. Relax, unwind, and rejuvenate this holiday season with a new luxurious bedroom. From sofas to dining tables, bedroom sets to comfy recliners, Adirondack Home Furniture in the Old Riverside Center has what you need to create your dream home for the holidays. With free local delivery, sale prices on in-stock items and special orders, and a knowledgeable staff, your home will be ready for the holidays in no time. Adirondack Home Furniture has a large line of quality, USA-made furniture from top manufacturers. Wishing you a happy holiday season, Adirondack Home Furniture, Horatio Street, Utica, or browse their inventory online at AdirondackHomeFurniture.com.
Keep your money in your pocket
with no money down lease deals on new Kia SUVs at Destination Kia of Utica.
Lease a brand new 2025 Kia Seltos LX all-wheel drive for just $358 per month for 36 months.
And that's with zero down, zero due at inception, even sales tax included.
That's no money down and just $358 per month on a new SUV.
Only during the Kia Season of New Tradition sales event.
Make that short drive to save.
So go cookie for Kia at Destination Kia of Utica. Puppies and babies not included.
2025 Kia Seltos LX all-wheel drive. VIN number S7739240. MSRP $26,155. 36 months, 30,000-mile lease. 20 cents.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome.
W295EI.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. A Town Square media station.
2 students remain in critical condition the day after being shot in school. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. It happened at Abundant Life Christian School in Madison, Wisconsin.
A second grade student called 911 to report a shooting had occurred at school. Don't let that soak in for a minute.
Police Chief Sean Barnes, a teacher and a student, were shot dead during a study hall. 6 others were wounded. The shooter, a 15-year-old girl, killed herself.
We are certainly speaking and talking with the parents who are cooperating.
Still trying to figure out where she got the gun and if writings left behind on social media are from the dead shooter. A Russian general has been killed in Moscow by Ukraine's security service in a bomb hidden in a scooter parked near General Igor Kirillov.
The Russian state news agency TASS says it's been told the bomb was triggered remotely. Kirillov's death comes a day after Ukraine charged him with using banned chemical weapons during Russia's military operation. The UK, which had placed Kirillov under sanctions, said he was responsible for helping deploy barbaric weapons.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. President-elect Trump has had 2 federal indictments dropped before he returns to the White House, but he's lost an attempt to get convictions thrown out in New York. Here's Fox's Brooks Singman.
Trump spokesman and incoming White House Communications Director Stephen Chung tells me, quote, today's decision by deeply conflicted acting Justice Merchan in the Manhattan DA witch hunt is a direct violation of the Supreme Court's decision on immunity and other longstanding jurisprudence. This lawless case should have never been brought.
But Judge Juan Merchan insists the convictions of falsifying records in 2017 are not official presidential acts. So Trump's not immune from prosecution, all related to payments to keep an alleged affair quiet before the 2016 election. Last night, President-elect Trump sued the Des Moines Register and the Iowa paper's pollster. The lawsuit alleges the poll days before the election showing Vice President Harris with a lead in Iowa was election interference and fraud. Trump won the state. America's listening to Fox News.
If your approach to everyday aches and pains is to mask them, feel better for a few hours only to have the pain return and then repeat the cycle all over again, it's time to try Relief Factor. And the good news is, Relief Factor makes that easy. Their 3-week quick start is just $19.95, less than $1 a day. Instead of masking pain, Relief Factor helps eliminate it. How? Well, its unique formula of ingredients helps support your body's response to inflammation. Relief Factor was developed by doctors. It's 100% drug-free, and for so many people, the results are game-changing, even life-changing. So give it a try. Right now, their 3-week quick start is just $19.95. Go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. See how in a few weeks or even days, Relief Factor can reduce your pain. When you feel better, life is just better. So don't mask pain. Fight it naturally with Relief Factor.
House lawmakers on the Intelligence Committee will get a briefing today from the FBI and the CIA and others on all the mysterious drone sightings, mostly over New Jersey.
There's no doubt Americans are spotting and reporting drone activity, but White House National Security Communications Advisor John Kirby says none of it shows signs of a national security or public safety threat.
We assess that the sightings to date include a combination of lawful commercial drones, hobbyist drones, and law enforcement drones.
Other reports are believed to be manned aircraft and even stars. Kirby says there are more than 1 million drones registered with the FAA, with thousands flying on any given day. And in expectation, drone traffic is likely to increase in the years ahead. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are falling as the Federal Reserve starts a two-day meeting that may conclude with another interest rate cut tomorrow. In yesterday's trading, the Dow went down for an 8th straight session, its longest losing streak in over 6 years, but the Nasdaq surged to a record high. On Monday Night Football, there were 2 games.
2 lengthy losing streaks continued Monday night, while one team finally got back in the win column. The Minnesota Vikings defeated the Bears 30-12, improving to 12-2 on the season and handing Chicago its 8th consecutive defeat. In the second game of the night, the Falcons snapped their 4-game slide by beating the Raiders 15-9. With the win, Atlanta is now 7-7 and remain a game back of the Buccaneers in the NFC South. For the Raiders, they have now lost 10 straight, the 5th longest in the organization's history. Joe Morgan, Fox News.
Well, the Vikings' win was their 7th in a row, putting Minnesota into a first-place tie with Detroit in the NFC North Division. In basketball, they'll crown a champion tonight. Milwaukee will play Oklahoma City in the final for the NBA Cup, the league's in-season tournament. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Good morning, WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM news time, 7:05. I'm Andrew Dermenio. 44 degrees, feels tropical this morning. Under cloudy skies, your full weather forecast is coming up. This update brought to you by the new destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville. The name of the inmate who died at Marcy Correctional Facility following a use of force incident has been released. The State Department of Corrections and Community Supervision says 43-year-old Robert Brooks of Monroe County was serving a 12-year sentence for assault after stabbing his girlfriend several times. Staff members at the prison used force on Brooks last Sunday night, and he passed away hours later. Everyone who was involved in the incident remains on administrative leave. Crucible Industries has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection as the company attempts to remain open. The business on State Fair Boulevard in Gettys early next year could close if a buyer can't be found soon. Right now, there are more than 100 people who work for the company. Crucible has requested a bankruptcy court to make an immediate ruling on its bankruptcy petition. New York's first cell and gene therapy hub is opening in Buffalo. Yesterday, Governor Kathy Hochul celebrated the opening of the Roswell Park GMP Engineering and Cell Manufacturing Facility located at the Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center. She notes the $98 million facility located at the Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center will create new jobs, help support research and development of life-saving cell and gene therapies at Roswell, and significantly grow its well-established research capabilities. She stresses that these cell and gene therapies are revolutionary treatments that modify a patient's cells or genes to combat diseases at their source, offering hope for previously incurable conditions like cancers, genetic disorders, and autoimmune diseases. Embattled New York City Mayor Eric Adams might get some legal help from President-elect Donald Trump. In a press conference Monday from Mar-a-Lago, Trump said he would look at potentially pardoning Adams, who's facing federal fraud and corruption charges. The president-elect went on to say he wasn't familiar with the specifics regarding Adams' charges. Adams isn't commenting on the issue, only saying that he wants to work with Trump to better New York City. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM news time is 7:08. Your weather forecast is brought to you by Adirondack Home Furniture.
This is a tough one as rain will continue to be in the forecast the next couple of days. This morning, maybe a little fog with some passing showers and maybe a shower this afternoon, emphasizing plenty more hours of dry than wet. Cloudy in between, 45. Rain showers, maybe a little wet snow tonight early, as we'll jump down to 32 later. Rain back tomorrow afternoon, high 40. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel, WIBX, 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Right now, 44 under cloudy skies. It's 7:08. Sports brought to you by IBEW NECA 43, local contractors. Well, the Falcons and Vikings notched wins on Monday Night Football to cap off Week 15 of the NFL season. Atlanta took down the Vegas Raiders 15-9 at Allegiant Stadium. The Minnesota Vikings beat the Bears 30-12 at home from U.S. Bank Stadium. Three-time Super Bowl champion Patrick Mahomes is dealing with an injury with 3 weeks remaining in the regular season. ESPN reports that the Kansas City Chiefs quarterback suffered a high ankle sprain during the team's win over the Browns on Sunday. Mahomes left the game during the fourth quarter after being hit while throwing an incomplete pass. The Chiefs will evaluate him throughout the week to determine his chances to play against the Texans on Saturday. The Lions are losing several players for the rest of the season due to injury, including running back David Montgomery. He'll be sidelined the rest of the season with a sprained MCL. He ends the season with 775 rushing yards and a team-high 12 rushing touchdowns. Other injuries for the Lions include defensive tackle Aleem McNeil, Carlton Davis III, and cornerback Khalil Dorsey. The 49ers are suspending linebacker Devondre Campbell for the final 3 weeks of the season for conduct detrimental to the team. He refused to enter the team's game last week and walked off the field while the game was still being played. With the suspension, he will not be paid for the final 3 weeks, and he is not able to sign with another team. Campbell finishes the season with 79 tackles. Another NFL legend could be making his way to the college sidelines. According to ESPN, Sacramento State has met with former NFL quarterback Michael Vick about its open head coaching position. President Luke Wood said that Vick has expressed interest in the position. The university plans to move up to the FBS, is building a new stadium. It has over $50 million in NIL funds. Vick has also interviewed with Norfolk State for its head coaching job. The Virginia native became the first black quarterback selected with the top pick when the Atlanta Falcons selected him first overall in the 2001 NFL Draft. And one more for you here. The New York Jets are looking to interview new general manager candidates, and on Monday, the Green and White interviewed former Falcons GM Thomas Dimitroff. He led Atlanta from 2008 to 2020 and has been running his own analytics company since being out of the league. New York will be looking to build off its recent victory. Gang Green is third in the AFC East at 4-11 and will host the Rams on Sunday. Of course, the rest of their season is for naught. More emotional wins or whatever because they are out of playoff contention.
So how did we do with the this week?
Well,
we have 3 weeks left of the regular season. Hard to believe.
That is correct. So you picked up 3 points. You did not pick the Rams. You picked the 49ers.
Yeah.
So that moves you to 29 points. 3 points get you 29. I'm
getting crushed.
I picked all of them correct, which moves me to 32. I had the Bills, Vikings, Rams, and Packers. Thank you. Davey, who is still in the lead, but that lead has narrowed a bit. He picked the Lions, so he now has 38. Wayne picked all 4 games correctly. He's now at 35 points. Jake picked everybody correct except for he was the only one to pick the Seahawks, so he's now at 31 points. And Larry could have taken the opportunity to make some ground up on Davey, but he picked the 49ers and the Lions, Vikings, Packers, so he only gets 2 points, which brings him to 35. So where we stand now, Davey is still ahead with 38 points, commanding lead. Wayne and Larry are tied for second with 35 points. Jake at 30. I'm actually alone in third place with 32. Jake has 31, and Bill, you have 29 points.
Lovely. Way behind.
In the basement.
Well, what are you going to do? That is where I always am. Every holiday. In the basement.
Your wife sends you there.
I want to tell you, Herkimer County, there's so much going on in Herkimer County. And this weekend, there's the free Penguin Fun Grab and Go bags at the Old Forge Library. Pretty cool event that they do every year. Live music at the Lanterns coming up this weekend. That, of course, is in Clayville, technically Frankfort, I think. But live music with Tommy Lamache and Sal Nettie. That happens this weekend. Murder Mystery at the Toca Boca.
Ooh.
That's a Herkimer restaurant where they have kind of a weed
theme, right?
Yeah.
They're open. Do they have a second location already, or are they planning on opening a second location?
They might. This one is going to be at their Herkimer location. Murder mystery happening. You can go to their website or their Facebook page for details on that. There is so much to do. Whether you're getting Herkimer cheese for the holidays, the new Herkimer Diamonds ornament that they have for your Christmas tree. Of course, Gems Along the Mohawk right there next to Waterfront Grill in Herkimer. There's so much going on. It's where history, commerce, and beauty all collide. It is happening in Herkimer County. Coming up, we'll talk to Dr. Hall. Hobika's free money question of the day. We moved to $1.50 today. $150 on the line. Chance for you to win Hobika's free money question. Coming up, Dave Olney on drones and what's going on in Jersey and Long Island, and even we feel like we've seen a few drones flying over Utica that are abnormally large. So probably just not just a regular person. It's something probably somewhat official. We'll speak with Dave Olney on all of that. Coming up at WIBX.
It's time to stop letting road conditions dictate your journey. Nokian Tires all-weather tires are versatile enough for summer heat, spring rain, and winter snow, allowing you to forget the forecast so you can focus on the road ahead, not the road below. Forget the forecast with a year-round tire approved for winter use. Find Nokian Tires all-weather tires at Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, with locations in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer. Learn more at tallmanstire.com.
Go with your gut. Your dog's immune system is based in the gut. A diet lacking in nutrients can cause itching, scratching, and a weak immune system. However, there is a solution. DINOVITE. Dinovite.
It took a grand total of 2 weeks. The dog stopped itching, the hair stopped falling out.
Try Dinovite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dinovite.
Being prepared for winter weather starts with New Holland. For large snow removal jobs to clearing driveways, New Holland has the equipment to stay one step ahead. Overcome winter's toughest conditions faster, cleaner, and safer with the New Holland lineup of skid steer loaders, compact track loaders, compact wheel loaders, and compact utility tractors. The year-end celebration is going on now. Visit Clinton Tractor today and get equipped for winter.
We are the leader in service, Clinton Tractor.
ClintonTractor.net.
Hello, Utica. This is Carrie Paleo from the Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce. We're thrilled to introduce some of the newest members of our business network.
Aerify Air Duct and Dryer Vent Cleaning, aerifyny.com. Key Accounting Solutions, 2140 Oriskany Boulevard, Suite 6, Whitesboro. The M Apartments, 239 Genesee Street, Utica.
By supporting the local economy, we'll keep building the future of Utica together. Greater Utica Chamber, empowering upstate New York.
Are you sick of being just a number or doing a mindless job? Become a craftsman in a trade. Become an IBEW electrician. The IBEW and the Electrician Training Alliance will give you all the tools necessary at their state-of-the-art training facility. Earn as you learn. Paid training while you get your certification. What are you waiting for? Become an IBEW Local 43 electrician. Call or go online today to learn more. Find your career at IBEW and let the Electrician Training Alliance light up your future.
Great holiday entertainment this week at the Rome Capitol Theater. Tonight at 7, A Tuba Christmas, a free concert. Thursday at 7, The Wizards of Winter, a holiday rock event for the whole family. Friday at 7, It's a Wonderful Life. Also on Saturday at 2:30 matinee and an evening screening at 7. Sunday at 6 and 8:30, it's the Candlelight Concerts Nutcracker String Quartet. For more information, visit RomeCapital.com.
Hi, I'm Pete from Big Apple Music, and we have lots of Christmas deals. Complete 5-piece Mapex drum sets, $4.99. Electric guitar and amp combos, $1.99. Student acoustic guitars, $98. And a 61-key Yamaha digital keyboard is $119. Plus, we have the best guitars from Fender, Gibson, Taylor, Yamaha, all at the guaranteed lowest prices. We also have the best remote car starters. Plus, we can add heated seats to your car and a backup camera. Right now, take 10% off all WeatherTech floor mats, and we have LED vehicle lighting, step boards, tonneau covers, and all vehicle accessories on sale, even deals on window tinting. At Big Apple, we have the area's largest selection of musical instruments and accessories at the guaranteed lowest prices. Merry Christmas from all of us at Big Apple Music in New Hartford.
Big Apple Music, put us under your Christmas tree.
Need a new bed and need cash for the holidays? It's Christmas on Kevin at Mattress Express. You heard me right. No credit check payment plans available in 5 years to pay with no money down as well for qualified buyers. Check out these deals. A Sealy Queen mattress, $999, get a $400 prepaid Visa card back. A Queen Flex Head mattress and adjustable base, $24.99, get an $800 prepaid Visa card back. Sealy Queen mattress with adjustable base, $19.99, get an $800 prepaid Visa card back. Yes, it goes on. The Smart Bed by Instant Comfort. Make it soft and firm on each side. A Queen mattress for $34.99. Get a $1,000 prepaid Visa card. No credit check payment plans. Also 5 years to pay with no money down. Tempur-Pedic King and Queen sets a $200 prepaid Visa card. The beds you need and the cash back for the holidays. Check out our new store in Auburn in the Tractor Supply Plaza.
Get ready for the biggest Keeler show of the year. Tuesday, Christmas Eve morning from 6 until noon. It's the annual Keeler Christmas Eve Extravaganza. Live music, local guests, celebrity appearances, and more. With a 6-hour marathon broadcast. Be sure to watch live on YouTube. Search Keeler Live Stream. Sponsored by It's a Utica Thing Kitchen and Bar. Tuesday, Christmas Eve morning, 6 a.m. until noon on WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, we have bidding on our items that have been donated. These are electric toy vehicles that are really cool for toddlers, boys and girls. And they can get on the New Holland tractor. Current bid on that right now is
$300.
$300. And on the Mack from Utica Mack, it's a Mack pickup truck. All of these are electric. They're like the old ones, but these are better batteries and they do more. Some of them, I think the Mack has a radio in it.
Yeah, it puts Power Wheels to shame. It really does.
Yeah, and these kids don't have to pedal. Pretty cool. Right. And great for outdoors, but maybe you have a big garage or something the kids can ride around in the wintertime. I don't know. Nonetheless, on the Utica Mack, the Mack pickup truck, the bid on that is $325. So here's a picture of the items right there on YouTube. You can check it all out. Search YouTube live stream to watch it, and there you go. Free money question from Mobica coming up in a few minutes. It's worth $150 this morning. Let's see how we do with that one. And again, I think yesterday's was a really good question, and no one got it here in the studio. I was surprised by that.
Yeah. I very rarely know the
name
answer.
of this fish is also the name of a toll road.
Although I got that one right unintentionally. I said bastard.
You did get it right. You did. Pike. This morning's question, another goodie. We'll get to it, give you a chance to win coming up from Hobica and WIBX in just a few minutes. Dr. Ken Hall on the line right now. Good morning, Dr. Hall. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing this morning?
Good. So we'll talk a little. Right now, it's very interesting, and I'm sure you're watching the RFK Jr. Confirmation hearings, the interviews he's going through right now in terms of right now it's Republican senators who are interviewing him. And there's a lot of talk out there, some things that are concerning. One of them that happened over the weekend was the talk about the polio vaccine and President Trump saying he will not be radical. You're not going to see any of this, and the polio vaccine is not going anywhere. Thankfully, right?
No, very thankfully. I mean, polio was something that we actually, native of polio was something that was eradicated in the United States decades ago, thanks to the vaccine, because of the vaccine. I mean, the number of literally millions and millions of doses that have been given of this vaccine that have not, without any significant adverse effects, and completely eradicating a disease that was, that was devastating to people that got it. I mean, that kind of talk is the scary part. I know last week we talked about, what do we think about this? And I said, well, I think we have to have an open mind. And I think that, looking at how we do things and seeing if we're actually doing things the right way is a reasonable approach. But I think, looking at, talking about pulling things that have been tried and true and have truly made a real difference for the health of people in this country is just, that part really is a little scary.
Well, Mitch McConnell, I did not realize, but was a survivor of polio. And
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I do find that a lot of this stuff ends up becoming somewhat political, and we're inconsistent with our arguments. And it's both sides. It's not just exclusive to Democrats. It's really both sides. I'll give you an example. When Democrats are in office and they come out and say, violent murders are down, or if they're fighting the gun argument, Democrats will also often say these mass shootings are up. Well, the response to that from the other side will say, well, be careful here, because what they did is they went in and they changed the classification of what is a mass shooting and what isn't. That made the number actually go up. So
stats are manipulated all the time.
It's numbers that are manipulated. But on the other side, where I think that Republicans and those supporting RFK Jr. have to be very careful, is on the issue of vaccines and autism. So there is an absolute truth that there is an increase in the autism rate is up significantly over the last 50 years. But the part that you have to keep track of is we also broadened what is autism. We've also become much better and more likely to diagnose someone as autistic, and that has skewed those numbers. So the question is there something out there that we're consuming, or a vaccine or something that is increasing the autism rate, or is it pretty much the same and we've just changed the way we classify it?
No, I think you make really two or three really excellent points there. Number one is that, we have reclassified autism now. It's from autism to autism spectrum disorder. We've changed what the diagnostic criteria are, which actually has broadened the definition somewhat. So, there is that. The other part that you have to also understand is that this linkage between vaccines, and it's not just one vaccine, it's multiple. I mean, the big one was the measles, mumps, and rubella, the MMR vaccine, and that was back in '97, and that was unfortunately promulgated by a fraud in the UK that published a report, a scientific paper that said that there was a linkage to it, and then it was found that his data was actually fabricated, and that report was retracted, but it got enough traction in the population before it was retracted, and people don't really hear necessarily that it was retracted, and so that has fed this. This is my biggest fear with this. Well, I have two big fears. Number one is that, more people are going to be more concerned, and so they're going to be resistant and possibly not have their kids vaccinated, which is going to increase, measles and mumps and German measles can be devastating if a pregnant woman gets it. That's number one. But number two is, this has been studied over and over and over again by reputable organizations and individuals across the world. And there has been no link that has been found. And so if we're going to start looking at it again, which is what the president-elect said, is that, we're going to look into this, that's diverting attention, it's diverting money, it's diverting, scientists' time to look at something that really is not going to get us anywhere, and it's diverting it from things that actually may be really beneficial, like what Roswell is doing with their gene therapy for cancer. So, this is that probably to me has more of a long-term concern, because what is it that we're not going to do because we don't have those kinds of resources, or because they're being used in ways that are just not helpful.
The other thing to look at, on the other hand, is one of the things that RFK Jr. has talked about is improving the food that we consume. And there's talk about this red dye that number 2 or whatever it is. That there's been talk about that for quite some time. The FDA is currently debating on whether or not that will be banned. But then on top of it, when you read the ingredients of the food, you really have to be very, very careful about the foods that you consume, because when you read the ingredients, some of the stuff we are eating as Americans, you see a direct correlation between, in the last 50 years, the obesity rate and where we were 50 years ago, and obviously most likely caused by some of the garbage that we're eating. So there's a lot of room for improvement when it comes to food.
No, and I would say that that's one where he and I agree, at least in the concept of, we should be looking at what our diet is, and what is a healthy diet, and what are we putting in, because you're right, with the increase in processed foods and things like that, and stuffing as many calories as we can into the foods that we've got. That has led to a very great extent, or at least significantly contributed to the epidemic of obesity, which unfortunately is starting in childhood, and that means that it's going to last, for the entirety of that person's life. So I think, looking at that from a scientific standpoint, understanding what as Homo sapiens, as human beings, what is it that we need from a nutritional aspect, and what is it that our foods should give us, and what is it that we've added to them that maybe has actually not been as good. I think that would be good. I think it's going to, that's longer than a 4-year process, obviously. But getting that started, I'm all for that.
And then finally, I want to ask you, as people are getting ready for holiday, we're a week away from Christmas Eve. Our Christmas Eve show is next Tuesday from 6 a.m. until noon. And then Wednesday will of course, be the holiday, Christmas, Hanukkah coming up as well. Other celebrations that people recognize out there. It's a big holiday season. How do you not screw it all up by getting sick? And it does seem like the people who are most careful are the ones that always get sick.
Yeah, so there's a lot to unwrap there also, but this is what I would say. First of all, the only way you can guarantee that you're not going to get sick is to be the person in the plastic bubble.
Right.
Basically where you don't do anything and you don't come in contact with anybody, and your environment is entirely sterile, so that you are not exposed to anything. I am not advocating that people live that way in any way, shape, or form. Understand that, there are ways that you can decrease the transmission, but it never decreases to zero beyond that. And so, wearing masks and doing social distancing, or, if you're very concerned, you don't interact with people that are outside of your routine bubble. That's a way to minimize getting sick, although it doesn't make it zero, it just minimizes it. But really, safety, good hand hygiene, washing your hands, wearing a mask if you want to, although remember, a surgical mask, the ones that most people are wearing now, is good. An N95 is even better, but I'm not advocating people go out and buy N95s, because that is a whole different issue with needing to be fitted and things like that. So I think if I was going to give any one semi-sage advice, it would be just be smart. And, if you're not feeling well, then you shouldn't go and be with other people. And if you find out that somebody around, in the party or whatever is not feeling well, then they should also be cognizant of that and really shouldn't be around those people either, and then everything else is just what we've always talked about.
The only time that we saw all of these sicknesses really decrease is when we weren't near anybody, right? Everybody was staying home during COVID, and all of a sudden you saw just all these sicknesses go away because there was no contact. So, contact is what it is. You're going to come in contact with people. You are, there's a chance you're going to catch something. But there are those people that catch everything and those that catch nothing. And it really kills me, right?
Those are the autoimmuners,
the
real autoimmuners.
And they really are. All right, Doc, thank you. Hopefully we'll see you next week for our Christmas Eve show.
Sounds good, everybody. Have a great day. Have a great week leading up to our holidays, and please be safe.
You do the same. Coming up, Andrew with an update, and we'll do Hobeika's free money question of the day, worth $150 this morning. UPD, Mike Curley is on about the Utica Karen community, which, had a tragedy this year along with UPD. Yeah. And they were caroling, singing Christmas carols at the Utica Police Department. It was really a pretty cool moment. We have some Notre Dame high school stuff to talk about. And are we about to, get ready, are we about to eliminate February break? So kids do Christmas, then they have winter break or February break, and then there's spring break. Are we about to eliminate February break? I believe we are. I believe it's closed.
It's insane.
And what would happen, now does this mean that kids will get out earlier in June? No.
Wow.
No, there are other holidays that will be added and scattered throughout the year. What is going on? We'll speak with Kaz Tangora, Dr. Tangora, the superintendent of schools in New Hartford, on this one coming up in a little while in the 8 o'clock hour as well. Andrew updates news, then Hobeika's free money question next, and then drones with Dave Olney. I got a lot of stuff to get to here coming up.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential. But finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
This year, give the gift of music, the gift of awe and wonder, the gift of a beautiful summer's day in upstate New York, highlighted with a world-class theatrical experience. This year, give the gift of the Glimmerglass Festival. A variety of ticket packages are available for our 50th anniversary season. Or give a Glimmerglass gift card and let them enjoy the performances that fit their schedule. Visit glimmerglass.org and begin planning the summer experience of a lifetime that's just minutes from Cooperstown at the 2025 Glimmerglass Festival.
It's time to stop letting road conditions dictate your journey. Nokian Tires all-weather tires are versatile enough for summer heat, spring rain, and winter snow, allowing you to forget the forecast so you can focus on the road ahead, not the road below. Forget the forecast with a year-round tire approved for winter use. Find Nokian Tires all-weather tires at Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, with locations in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer. Learn more at tallmanstire.com.
The 2025 Seize the Deal golf card is back and on sale now. Swing into golf savings at 15 of the area's top courses for $75 with the Town Square 2025 Seize the Deal golf card. That's right, $75 gets you 15 rounds of golf. Some courses include Meadow Links Golf Course, Eagle Hills Golf Course, Little Falls Municipal Golf Course, Maple Crest Golf Course, and more. There are a limited number of cards available, so don't delay. Get your $75 Seize the Deal golf card at seizethedeal.com.
Oh no, my phone.
Hear that? It's the sound of a skater dropping her phone and smashing it on the ice. Yep, it's definitely broken. But at Verizon, we got you. That's right, now's your last chance to trade in any phone, any condition from one of our top brands and get a new Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus on Unlimited Ultimate and Watch 7 and Tab S9 FE 5G. That's up to $1,900 in value. So you'll save big on 3 great gifts. Only at Verizon. Service plan required for watch and tablet. Up to $1,900 value based on phone, watch, and tablet. Trade in and additional terms apply. See Verizon.com for details.
Give the most unique gift only you can give. Get those old films, tapes, and slides transferred to digital locally. Call Walt at 315-768-0277. Media Partners Group in New York Mills.
This is Keeler in the Morning. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
All right, let's do Hobica's free money question of the day. It's from the Hobica Law Firm.
Let's do it.
Joseph and Andrew Hobica. And Megan, what are you looking for? How about caller number
7?
Okay. All right. That's fine. We'll do 7. I was going to say 2 because I really wanted to go quickly.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
7's fine. All right, take caller number 7.
7 minus 3?
736-0186. 315-736-0186. All right, Andrew, people can bid on the, and actually we're going to switch to a shot where you'll see in the background. That's the Utica Mac truck right behind Dave Olney.
With Dave Olney, a.k.a. our Vanna White in studio here, showing off the truck.
You want to show it right off there? It's beautiful, isn't it?
Great truck.
And below it is the Clinton tractor. I got to kill her, Mike. It's a Clinton tractor with a dump as well.
Yeah, it's got a trailer and everything. You can put the kids to work.
What's that?
Dana bought it last year.
She bought that last year?
That's right.
Was that for grandkids?
We ended up giving it to Rover's Do-Over. We did a raffle and raised money for Rover's Do-Over.
Nice. So you doubled the donation.
Yeah.
I got to say, in addition to everything that Dave and Dana do, they are so involved in a number of charities, helping to successfully raise a good amount of money. So maybe Dave will bring some good juju here in this hour to help Sheriff Mayshow with his birthday. He has never beat Tom Highland at Utica Mac in this friendly competition of the outbidding of the toy. So
if you understand, both of them donate one of these vehicles for kids every year, and Utica Mac wins the highest bid every year. And Sheriff Mayshow's saying, I'd like to beat.
And today being his birthday, he is down $25 right now as of this moment.
Well,
so
we love it. I love the thing to go for 10,000. We can get it to that.
If he really wanted to win, he'd get a ghost bidder, and he'd just take care of it.
That's right. Money goes to Real Men Get Tested for Cancer, a great cause. And what would be better? What's better than at the holidays than knowing that male in your life has gone out and is being proactive.
Himself take care of.
Yep. Especially today with younger, a lot of these cancers are happening in younger people today. So something to think about. All right. From the Hobica Law Firm, it's free money question of the day. Joseph and Andrew Hobica for all of your legal needs. 315-724-1600. Rich is in Utica. Good morning, Rich. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, Rich.
He hung up.
Rich is gone.
Get rich quick.
Rich is
I guess we just need a new caller 7.
All right.
Not caller
Rich,
7.
if you can get right back. Yeah, we don't want to. I can't have this dragging on any longer. Rich, if you call back. Going, gone. All right, let's take whoever calls next. 315-736-0186. And you're in the running for Hobica's free money question. And it's a good question today. And it's doable.
Doable question?
Can I take line number 1? I'll take that from you right now. Hi, good morning. Is this Rich or no?
No, this is Larry. I was on hold.
Okay. All right, Larry. Oh, you weren't Rich. You were Larry.
No. Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm all confused.
Why in the heck did you say Rich?
So you got back on the line. So you hung up
That's my middle name. That's my middle name.
Well, Megan's good with that.
So you're looking at the caller ID and not
What are you saying, Megan? What are you saying? Okay, she's being Davy. She's got the mojo going heavy this morning. All right, here we go. Larry, right?
Yes.
Larry Richard.
Yes.
Okay. I'm wondering if I can guess your last name. Larry Richard Abu Dhabi. No, that's not it. All right. All right, here we go.
The other end of the alphabet.
The other end. All right. Okay. We're going to throw a question. You have 7 seconds to answer. Are you ready to go?
Yes.
Okay, here it is. Here's your question. Tickles the Chimp was a toy monkey with a computer chip. It was the precursor to this. Ready, go.
Tickle Me Elmo.
You're going to say Tickle Me Elmo. So before Tickle Me Elmo, there was Tickle Me Monkey. Tickle Monkey or whatever. That is correct. That is right.
That's what I was going to guess.
And actually, it's the technology of Tickles the Chimp that created Tickle Me Elmo. And if you remember what made Tickle Me Elmo work is that when you tickled it, it would laugh. And you know, just like that.
Yeah.
One of those sold for like $36,000 when there was a real.
Yeah, it caused several fights in Walmarts across the country.
Do you remember which talk show really created the shortage?
Oprah, probably.
No, it was Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh,
yeah.
Rosie. Well, it's interesting. You know, like the space program, Sputnik went up in the spaceship, and that was a revolutionary thing. And now Tickle Me Chimp.
I love the comparison.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to give you...
I did too.
It's $150. We'll also give you the all-in-one food and fun card. It's a $25 gift card for the holidays. And they have a deal going where you can buy those right now and get $5 free. And it's a Utica thing. Kitchen and bar in the Leland Plaza. Great food. And it's a $25 gift card to it's a Utica thing.
Quite the prize pack.
We'll still cater your event. They are catering our Christmas Eve show 1 week from today. So stand by. Megan has you covered. Thank you, Larry Richard. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, stand by. In studio right now is Dave Olney. David, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Did you know the answer? I thought that was a pretty easy question.
Yeah.
I did. Everybody ran with that. Do you know if anyone, everybody bought Tickle Me Elmo. Do you think anybody bought Tickles the Chimp?
I never even heard of it.
No, I don't think a lot of people did. And in fact, had I said, what came before Tickle Me Elmo? No one would. That's what
not even a
that
chance.
Is what the question actually was.
If it was $400,
I switched it around.
Yeah.
Okay, we're watching. I wonder if the drone issue that's happening in New Jersey, and then now it's spreading. I kind of wonder, watching the news last night, if this is a combination of a lot of things, and I think you see that in police work.
I think it is. I think it's kind of the perfect storm.
Yeah.
Where probably 95% of the people that are seeing things haven't looked up in the sky in years.
Yeah, this is hurting their neck and everything.
And now they're seeing everything.
Yeah,
So if they see maybe a plane, especially in the tri-state area, they see a plane that's taking off and seeing lights, they may mistake that for a drone.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing, too. When you're looking up and you're like, this thing was stationary, it wasn't going anywhere, and then all of a sudden it darted. Well, maybe that's because it turned. And that's the thing that you do. If whatever you're looking at is coming towards you, you're not really seeing any movement. You're thinking it's stationary when it really isn't. So the looking into the sky can be a little tricky.
When we do our night training with drones, we put them out, 2,000, 3,000 feet. And we take the controller away from the pilot, turn the drone where they're not looking, and then have them tell us whether it's coming toward them, going away from them, going up or going down, because it's really, really hard.
It's difficult. Yeah.
At night, there's not a lot of things to put it in perspective.
Right.
And then if there's no clouds, and then all of a sudden there's a cloud that goes by, that looks like it's moving.
It's disappeared or
Stars
moving.
Look like they're moving.
Right.
There's a lot of things in the sky.
How many times have you looked up in the sky and said, I look at that star. I have never seen it. I wonder why it's so bright. I've never seen it that bright. When in reality, you probably just weren't looking. Or the moon. The moon is larger than it's ever been. The moon is not changing in size. It's
just
not.
closer, I guess.
It's closer. Maybe that's what it is, right? It's closer and seems brighter and bigger.
I think part of this, too, is that there are so many. I mean, back when this drone technology was introduced, right, it was the little square thing with the 4 propellers, and that was it. Now there's like hundreds of different types of drones.
Yeah. So the Phantom was the one everybody had, the DJI Phantom.
Yeah.
Everybody had the Phantom. That's the one you see in all the pictures.
Yeah.
Now there's so many different types of drone manufacturers and sizes and shapes, and the different configurations that are out there. There's no standardization for lighting on a drone. They have to have certain lights, but there's nothing that says what colors they have to be, how it has to flash. So
we bought one of the newer drones. It's called the Flea, and it's on your shoulder right now. You can't even tell. You know that when we start going that small, that's when they're going to be.
Oh,
in
they
there.
may already be that small.
The Big Brother's going to be in your house. Going to be in your house, and you don't even know it.
They're getting smaller and smaller and more capable.
Yeah,
more powerful.
Stay really tight on that mic because I'm.
Okay, nope.
That's much better.
Yep.
Okay, and then there's so there are just the regular people who have drones. Then you have municipalities, you have police agencies, etc. Then we go to the next level where there's testing and military.
Yeah,
so
and we have all of them here.
And it's all going on here. I swear I saw something, and somebody gave me the name of what it was, but it was a drone that was flying over Utica the other day, and it disappeared into the clouds. But it clearly was not a plane, at least that's what I thought, while driving down the road, trying to take a photo and not get in an accident. All of those things happen.
You're telling a trooper this. That's nice. That's great.
And they fly out of Newark in Rome, and they fly in the corridor to Syracuse. Syracuse has the fighter wing and the drone wing out there that they fly all the time.
So they now have the ability to fly out of sight. It used to be they had to have it within sight, and now they can fly. They can go all the way
with the FAA waiver and in that corridor and whatever.
Because they're testing.
Yes.
So do you think this is, the government is really, the military is coming out and saying, we are assuring you there is no threat, there is no criminal activity
These aren't
here.
Foreign nations that are doing this?
And I tend to believe that.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Mm-hmm.
If Iran or if China were trying to gather intelligence on us, other than the unfortunate balloon incident, they're not going to be following FAA rules.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't see it in broad daylight.
You probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
So there is no requirement to have anti-collision lights on during the daytime, and they're very hard. I lose sight of my net, just for a second, and I got to be like, where did I leave my drone?
So give your background on drones. You were the first to bring drones to the New York State Police here.
Yep, started about 11 years ago.
And
that's
since
crazy
then,
to think about. You think of it as a new technology, but 11 years is a long time.
Since then, it's more than crime fighting. You can certainly, there are things that can be done, and I'm sure you have. But beyond that, I think you've used it more so when it comes to serving the community, whether it's someone who's missing, flooding. There's so many different applications. That
State Fair.
The State Fair, the search and rescue is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Situational awareness for things like the State Fair and the Boilermaker. Like I said, the biggest use we do is search and rescue. And now we have thermal that's really, really capable, so we're able to pick a lot of small detail out with thermal.
The other, and by the way, Joe Joseph, thank you. The Predator is the drone that I think we saw flying over, which is pretty good size. It's the size of an airplane.
Yep.
But very sleek looking, and
you'd never see a civilian or a hobbyist with something that big.
With that.
There's basically 3 types of. You got hobbyists.
Yeah.
Then you have the Part 107 people, which are people that are using it to make money in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
Then they pretty much have to follow the same rules, and then you have the public entities, which are police, fire, things like that.
It amazed me that yesterday they had to announce in New Jersey, in these communities in New Jersey, they had to warn people it is a felony to shoot a drone out of the sky.
Yeah, I was going to mention that.
People are
ready to do it.
Well, not only shoot, I guess a guy went chasing after one with his drone yesterday, and his drone ended
up
crashing.
Yeah. It's getting out of trouble.
You can't interfere with an aircraft, and a drone is considered in the eyes of the FAA
It's
the
an
same as a
aircraft.
manned
Yeah.
aircraft. So,
So
I just want to touch on that just a little more. There are reports of people taking.
So that bullet's coming down someplace.
I've always kind of wondered about that. At some point, it does come down.
They all come down.
Yeah.
So the odds of it hitting somebody, it depends on if you're in a populated area or not.
Yeah.
Or how,
Well, some people are unlucky. Really unlucky.
Yeah.
Sorry, Andrew. Go.
Yeah.
No, well, I was gonna tell you, there's licensure too for a lot of these drones. But you say the hobbyists. There was I think it was 2 summers ago. Every day I would go outside of my house in North Utica and I would hear it. I would hear the little drone and I'm like, what is going on? This is like ridiculous. What is this? It was like a little New York, New Jersey crisis going on in North Utica. And, you always got to befriend the mail person because our mail woman said, oh, yeah, that's so-and-so down 2 doors down. He gets a new drone every month or whatever. And he waits by the door and he knows when it's coming. And I deliver it to him and he's just flying around.
And a lot of people that are doing that aren't following the rules. They fly
Right.
They fly over the altitude. They fly in restricted airspace. They fly over people. They don't register them. They fly outside of the visual line of sight. They do all the things.
So even the hobbyists have to follow.
Yeah, you got to follow rules. But where there aren't rules, I could fly over a neighbor's house.
Oh, absolutely.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
And that's what this guy was doing. I mean, it was.
We've tended our entire house.
So you know what I did?
The entire property, big tent.
I sat out there in my underwear, and
good.
And then the drone stopped.
It
was
went
the
away
weirdest
immediately.
thing.
It's like,
Yeah, so I've been flying in your neighborhood, and we gotta talk. We need to talk for sure.
Complaints.
All right. Now, I want to push back, though, a little bit and say, we have to be concerned that our adversaries, those who are nefarious, could be using drones in a bad way. And that is the scary part of all of this.
Right, and not even our adversaries, people right here.
Right.
Look at how this war is being fought in the Ukraine.
Yeah.
And what they're doing with drones, and it's possible to do it right here.
They took out a Russian general overnight.
I saw that.
Yeah.
But it's been going on since we've had drones. Is
Yeah.
dropping contraband into prisons.
Really?
Absolutely. Yeah. That's why a lot of prisons are covered now. A lot of the rec yards are covered.
So you're out in the recreation yard and somebody drops something.
Yeah. And that's been going on for quite a while. So
Even somebody they drop the big bag of cocaine right on the outside of the fence.
Think of the intuitive nature of some of these prisoners. If that had only been utilized in a different way, it wouldn't have been.
Yeah, there have been assassination attempts on some leaders of foreign countries with drones or incursions into.
I think we're right at the beginning. That's the scary part.
Yes. Yeah. Because as good of a tool they are, and as much benefit, I use them all the time. We use them for business. I use them for work. There's a potential for misuse.
Yeah,
and we kind of have to police ourselves. The FAA they're stretched so thin. They've levied huge fines. Some of these fines are $75,000.
Wow,
like $10,000 for a minor infraction.
Yeah, wow.
But it's a matter of finding people. You go on Facebook and you watch videos all the time, and people will be posting. I just saw somebody out in Herkimer County was looking for a picture of out by Little Falls, and somebody posted a picture, and I was like, they're like 1,200 feet in the air. You can look, and they're like 1,200 feet in the air.
Wow!
And they're not supposed to be over 400 or 400.
So that could get in a situation where a low flying plane could
absolutely.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Interesting stuff. I think we'll find out more. Although the government does, this could also be government testing as well.
And I wish I had the answer. I wish I could tell you. And I'm not going to speculate. I don't think it's as nefarious as people think. That's my inclination just by seeing what I've seen. I have no idea, though.
Yeah. This day and age, we have no idea. All right. You have an announcement that you would like to make.
It's Sheriff Mayshel's birthday, is that it?
It is Sheriff Mayshel's birthday.
It's true, yeah.
So after much lamenting and discussion, when I get out of work tomorrow morning, it'll be my last time taking the purple tie off and the gray uniform. I'm actually retiring from the state police, and I'm going to go on to the Boonville Police Department as a police chief.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
When he told me that, I was stunned. It was so sudden. I mean, we just saw you the other day. And
how long have you been a trooper?
Almost 32 years, a police officer for 38. I get thrown out of the state police next year.
Oh, okay. So you would have to retire anyway.
Yep. And this opportunity came up, and like I said, I wasn't really planning on leaving quite yet, but it's a great opportunity, and it's a great place to be up there, and we're going to make Boonville great again.
Boonville great again.
Awesome.
Which means you'll be driving through snow.
Yes, I will.
Why the purple tie? Do you know why State Police chose the purple tie?
I absolutely know why. You do a lot of push-ups in the beginning of the State Police Academy if you don't know these things. So New York, you know what New York's nickname is?
The
Empire State.
Yeah.
Yep. So the elite guards of the Roman Empire were the Praetorian Guards, and they wore this purple. So we are the elite guards of the Empire State, and that's why we wear it.
That's where it comes from. Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
The only agency in the country that wears that purple.
And the other thing I find interesting is I love looking at the old state police cars, the cruisers. I mean, compared to what you have today.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming the technology inside that vehicle today is pretty good compared to what it used to be.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't get out in the marked car that much anymore. I will. It's coming up pretty soon. But
Yeah.
I had to take a ride out to Sylvan Beach last night for an incident, and I got in. I normally drive a unmarked Tahoe for my drone stuff, and I blew it up last night. So I jumped in a marked car, and I looked around. I was like, I don't know how to use half the stuff. And I'm not that far removed from there, so the technology is...
You're a master with the drone. It's really incredible. Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Boonville is going to be a safer place.
I hope so.
Congrats, brother.
Very cool. All right, we got a break. Coming up next hour, we'll speak with Dr. Tangora in New Hartford on winter break, February break, going away, coming up.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome, W295EI, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
Keeping the faith the day after a deadly shooting at a Christian school. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
This wasn't a surprise to God, and that he's going to do something mighty with it. And so we're holding on to those words, and we're continuing to believe and trust in him.
Barbara Weirs is a director at Abundant Life Christian School in Madison, Wisconsin, where Fox's Garrett Tenney reports.
A 15-year-old girl who was a student, armed with a handgun, opened fire, started shooting in a study hall, killing a teacher and a student and injuring 6 others before turning the gun on herself. 2 students remain in life-threatening critical condition.
So how did the girl get the gun, and why did she do it? Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes says,
I do not know. But I will tell you this, our detectives are working hard in the investigative process to find out as many answers as we can.
The FBI and CIA will give lawmakers on the House Intelligence Committee a briefing today on all the drones spotted, mostly over New Jersey. The Biden administration insists there's no threat or foreign ties.
The FBI, FAA, Defense Department, and DHS releasing this statement. We assess that the sightings to date include a combination of lawful commercial drones, hobbyist drones, and law enforcement drones, as well as manned fixed-wing aircraft, helicopters, and stars mistakenly reported as drones.
Fox's Madeline Rivera. Ukraine's gone on the attack in Russia's capital, killing a general in a bombing in Moscow. Igor Kirillov was the head of Russia's nuclear defense forces in Ukraine, accused him of using banned chemical weapons. TikTok is taking its fight for survival to the U.S. Supreme Court, trying to block a law that would ban the social media app unless TikTok cuts ties with its Chinese parent company by January 19th.
If no injunction is granted, app stores offering TikTok could face fines, but enforcement is at the discretion of the Justice Department. President-elect Trump takes office a day after the law is implemented and pledged during his campaign to save TikTok.
That's Fox's Jared Halpern. Among the concerns about TikTok, Chinese surveillance. America's listening to Fox News.
If your approach to everyday aches and pains is to mask them, feel better for a few hours only to have the pain return and then repeat the cycle all over again, it's time to try Relief Factor. And the good news is, Relief Factor makes that easy. Their 3-week quick start is just $19.95, less than $1 a day. Instead of masking pain, Relief Factor helps eliminate it. How? Well, its unique formula of ingredients helps support your body's response to inflammation. Relief Factor was developed by doctors. It's 100% drug-free, and for so many people, the results are game-changing, even life-changing. So give it a try. Right now, their 3-week quick start is just $19.95. Go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. See how in a few weeks or even days, Relief Factor can reduce your pain. When you feel better, life is just better. So don't mask pain. Fight it naturally with Relief Factor.
President-elect Trump is not off the hook in New York. Judge Juan Merchan has rejected an attempt to get falsifying records convictions overturned, ruling Trump's actions in 2017 were not official acts by a president, so he's not subject to immunity from prosecution, all related to payments to keep an alleged affair quiet before the 2016 election. There is a new Trump case. A lawsuit filed last night.
President-elect Trump is suing the Des Moines Register, its parent company Gannett, and its top pollster, J. Ann Selzer, for election interference and fraud. Trump attorneys claim Selzer's prediction just 3 days before the election that Vice President Harris was leading by 3 percentage points in deep red Iowa was not reality and was therefore election-interfering fiction. The suit also claims the poll's false narrative forced the Trump campaign and other Republicans to divert enormous campaign and financial resources to Iowa. Trump ultimately won Iowa by 13 percentage points. Carmen Roberts, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are falling as the Federal Reserve starts a 2-day meeting to consider another interest rate cut. In yesterday's trading, the Nasdaq surged to a new record high. But the Dow dropped for an 8th straight day, its longest losing streak since June 2018. And speaking of losing streaks, 2 big ones got bigger in a Monday Night Football doubleheader.
Pump fake, downfield throw, wide open, caught for a touchdown. There is Drake London, and the Falcons strike first from 30 yards out.
Well, that helped the Atlanta Falcons snap a 4-game skid, beating Las Vegas 15-9 on ESPN, but it's the Raiders' 10th straight loss. In the other game, the Chicago Bears lost their 8th game in a row to Minnesota 30-12. It's the Vikings' 7th straight win, and Minnesota is now 12-2 and tied with Detroit to top the NFC North Division. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Good morning. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM News Time, 8:05. I'm Andrew Derminio. Right now, 43 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Your full weather forecast is coming up. This update brought to you by Adirondack Home Furniture. The name of the inmate who died at Marcy Correctional Facility following a use of force incident has been released. The State Department of Corrections and Community Supervision says 43-year-old Robert Brooks of Monroe County was serving a 12-year sentence on an assault charge after stabbing his girlfriend several times. Staff members at the prison used force on Brooks last Sunday night, and he passed away hours later. Everyone involved in the incident remains on administrative leave. A stabbing investigation in the city of Utica has resulted in the arrest of a 24-year-old man in the early hours of December 15th. Utica police and fire units were called to the area of Oneida Square. When they arrived, a victim suffering facial lacerations reported an unknown individual had exited a store and initiated an argument with him. Police say during the course of the argument, the suspect brandished a knife and attempted to stab the male repeatedly in the face and head. The suspect then fled the area. The victim received treatment on site from members of the Utica Fire Department. Officers learned that a witness had followed the suspect and saw him entering a residence a short distance away. Ultimately, they were able to take the suspect into custody. Jaquan Henderson was charged with assault and criminal possession of a weapon. Crucible Industries has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection as the company attempts to remain open. Crucible recently told employees it could close its plant on State Fair Boulevard in Gettys earlier next year if a buyer can't be found soon. Right now, there are more than 100 people who work for the company. Crucible has requested a bankruptcy court make an immediate ruling on its bankruptcy petition. State officials are urging people to kick off 2025 by spending some time outdoors. The 14th annual First Day Hikes event is happening across New York on January 1st at locations including Seneca Lake State Park, the Fort Ontario State Historic Site, and Selkirk Shores State Park. Parking fees will be waived at every single state park and historic site so folks can take part in the tradition. Admission to state park grounds is always free. And there's been a drone-related incident in New Jersey, though it likely won't help with the ongoing mystery. An Atlantic City man was charged with criminal mischief and conspiracy after using a drone to mess with the color of local pools. Prosecutors say Anthony Spina dropped dye packs from drones in the summer of 2023 to turn pool water greenish yellow. They say the 31-year-old did it to residential pools, commercial pools, and caused thousands in damages at a condo's complex pool.
Can I ask why?
No motivation.
Just messing around.
Messing with people.
I don't have a pool. Now I'm going to make sure no one else can swim in theirs.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah,
maybe that's why. That is an example of drones being used for not good, but bad.
All right.
WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM News Time 8:08. Your weather forecast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor, the leader in service. Visit clintontractor.net.
This is a tough one as rain will continue to be in the forecast the next couple of days. This morning, maybe a little fog with some passing showers and maybe a shower this afternoon, emphasizing plenty more hours of dry than wet. Cloudy in between 45. Rain showers, maybe a little wet snow tonight early, as we'll jump down to 32 later. Rain back tomorrow afternoon, high 40. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel, WIBX, 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Right now, we're at 43 degrees under partly cloudy skies. It's 8:09. Sports. Brought to you by IBEW NECA 43, local contractors. Buffalo Bills fans will have to wait just a few hours longer to see their team take the field this weekend. The NFL has shifted Buffalo's game against the New England Patriots at Highmark Stadium from 1 p.m. to 4:25 p.m. Sunday. The Bills may end up making history in that contest if they can score 30 or more points for a 9th game in a row. A limited number of tickets are still available at BuffaloBills.com.
We're playing the Patriots.
Yeah, I think you could.
How about what a weird schedule? We play the Patriots, the Jets, and the Patriots to round out the season.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
It's a snooze fest as far as the everyday NFL fan goes. But
well, I am interested to see how Aaron Rodgers plays against them.
Here's the thing. You have been in a situation, you being the Bills, where you've had a very difficult schedule.
No doubt.
Now you're getting the luxury of taking a little bit of a. You don't want to be letting your guard down too much, but
however, I got to say, when it comes to home field advantage, all they need to do is tie Kansas City because they beat Kansas City. So these next 3 games could mean something.
Yeah,
I guess. All right.
But if Aaron Rodgers is going to Highmark Stadium, he has not fared well there in his career with Green Bay. So definitely. Advantage Bills there in a lot of ways, but that especially.
Aaron Rodgers is now playing for legitimacy. He's now playing to be able to say it's pride. He's playing to be able to say, "Look, I can still do it."
Yeah,
things weren't working out this year.
Bring me back next year, please.
I can still do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see what happens. Falcons, Vikings, notching wins on Monday Night Football to cap off Week 15. Final score from Vegas, 15-9 in favor of Atlanta. And Minnesota got it done at home against the Bears 30-12. 3-time Super Bowl champion Patrick Mahomes is dealing with a high ankle sprain that was reported by ESPN yesterday. It'll be day-to-day as far as his ability to play. Their next game is against the Texans on Saturday. The Detroit Lions will be without one of their star running backs for the rest of the season. David Montgomery injured his MCL. He's got a sprain there. What else do we have? The 49ers suspending linebacker Devondre Campbell for the final 3 games of the season due to the fact that he left the game in the third quarter, said, "I'm not going in, I'm not playing." So they're going to not pay him the rest of the week or the rest of the season, and he will not be able to sign with another team. And I want to let you know about the Seize the Deal golf card. This is a great deal, especially if you are trying to shop for the golfer in your family. The 2025 Seize the Deal golf card is back and on sale now. You can swing into golf savings at 15 of the area's top courses for just $75. $75. Sometimes a round of golf will cost you $20 or more. So you're getting 15 rounds for just $75. You can't beat that. Some of the courses include Barker Brook, Sleepy Hollow, Shamrock, Delta Knolls, Meadow Links, Eagle Hills, Little Falls Municipal, Maple Crest, and more. There are a limited number of cards available, so don't delay. Get your $75 Seize the Deal golf card. It makes the perfect holiday gift. SeizeTheDeal.com.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Kind of a golf song.
It is. Big Caddyshack.
All right, that is a really good deal, that Seize the Deal.
Yes, it is. Especially if you're not a member somewhere.
Yep.
Or even if you are, you want to just change it up a little bit, get the Seize the Deal golf cart.
Our bidding right now, and it's going to end on Friday here. Our bidding right now on the Utica Mac pickup truck is currently, is it the Utica Mac that the bid was on? $325
from Anonymous.
And the tractor from Clinton Tractor and Sheriff Mashel and the Sheriff's Association, that bid is at $300. So you want to up these bids, 315
from Glenty Benner
7360186. I learned a little something while watching the Yacht Rock documentary, which is on Netflix. If you get a chance to watch it, it's really quite good. And I didn't realize I learned a whole new respect for
the genre.
Many of the artists, like Kenny Loggins is one of those artists. Learned a great deal of respect. Okay, before I break, I want to go to Anthony. Anthony, good morning. What's going on?
Having a nervous breakdown. My mental illness is at top dollar right now.
You are?
Yep. I can't do it no more. I'm ready to cash out next month. Yep. I can't do this no more, man. I get no support. All the people that I try to reach out to don't want to help me, and I pretty much punched my next door neighbor in the face because she wouldn't shut up.
Oh, no.
Yep, I was in jail for the weekend and got out yesterday. Yep, I just can't do it no more, man. I'm tapping out.
Well, why would you punch your neighbor?
Because she's a Fruit Loop.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, she just doesn't grasp simple concepts. When you tell her white, she says black. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just you can't.
Is this somebody? Is this somebody that's helping you?
No.
Or trying to?
No, she just yells and screams about everything she doesn't understand.
Okay.
And when you try to help her and you try to point out things to her, she doesn't get the concept.
Yeah. So
and it just freaks me out.
But you can't punch her.
No, but when you grab my hand,
Oh.
leave me alone. Yeah. When
Okay.
you put your hand on my wrist, that's like, okay, I'm going to defend myself now.
Well,
But I'm not going to any concerts. I miss Quiet Riot.
Oh,
I
no.
miss all the Syracuse games. That comedian that I told you about, Mike Bova,
yeah.
he's not helping me either. There's a dispensary in Utica next to the Stanley. Nobody's helping me get no marijuana so I can calm down.
Okay.
So I'm Fruit Looping left and right. Smitty, forget him. I mean, he's worthless.
You mean our Davey? Davey is not helping you.
He's worthless. He's not helping at all.
right.
And even when I told him I can give you, through a company, 5 hours a month for me to go shopping, whatever, because I'm blind, I'm disabled. I haven't been out of this apartment since September 23rd. So I've been out. I got out of Cooperstown Hospital. I had surgery on my foot on my birthday, September 18th.
All right.
And here I am suffering, and I've been here 5 years, and nobody can find any resources for me, so I'm pretty much just calling it quits.
Well, you shouldn't do that,
you shouldn't
Tony,
do that.
because there's nothing.
Yeah.
There's
People say you should go to the psych wards. Well, I've been to that route many, many times. So I'm exhausted from it all. I've been to the Wynn Hospital. I want to sue them for malpractice because they want to cut off my toe. When I went to Cooperstown, they did a completely different surgery altogether.
Okay.
So it's just, and that Wynn Hospital is horrible. Everybody talks. It's half and half, I guess. I don't know.
All right. Well, listen, let's go. Do you have a therapist to talk to? Is there somebody you can? No. You don't like that?
I call these things called chat lines. There's a million of these different chat lines from different cities, but all they do is yell and scream at each other on these chat lines.
I see. You're in there with other people.
Wow. They're yelling. They're calling people all kinds of derogatory names like the N-word and all that nonsense.
Boy. All right. Well, listen, let us, and you're in Herkimer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's got to be some services that can help you.
Well,
and
that's the thing I've been calling ICANN, Office of the Aging, Adult Protective Services, nothing.
All right.
It's like, wow. I said, and people want me to move to Utica. No, I don't want to live in Utica.
Mm-hmm.
I've been here 5 years. I'm comfortable here,
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you right now, Tony, nothing is worth doing anything to harm yourself. Well,
I got nothing here. I'm getting worse. I'm coughing, sneezing. I feel like I got COVID. Don't even know. I got
you haven't left the house? You were in jail, though.
I haven't. Yeah. I haven't left the house. I haven't been. I've got back at Cooperstown the 23rd. I got out. So
well, first of all, we don't.
I was in the Wynn Hospital for 3 weeks. My buddy in Saratoga picked me up. We went to Griffin's Pub in Utica there, had a couple beers, and came home.
Okay.
And then I took a couple weeks off, and then I said, all right, my foot's really getting bad. I can't stand up in the shower. The soap's popping out of my hand. It's like, I'm getting worse.
Yeah.
My body's breaking down so bad, I can barely even take a shower anymore.
I'm
People say,
sorry
well,
to hear
go to assisted living. No, I don't want that kind of lockdown.
Yeah.
They take all your finances and everything, I can't do it no more, man. The only food I can order is either Domino's or some Chinese food. The Empire Diner here every once in a while because they're always shorthanded. Poor Scotty over there.
Yeah. Well, they do a nice job over there, don't they?
They do, but they never get the staffing. You know what I mean? It's
hard.
just nobody wants to work anymore, I guess.
All right. Well, listen, we're gonna see if we can find somebody down there that can at least visit you and try to strategize a way.
Well, I had one person.
You did.
Help me sort of kind out, but he's not really helpful. He lives in Waterville. I guess he was an intern of yours.
Oh.
His name is Chris Thornton.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if you ever remember the name or not.
Yeah, I know that name.
Yeah, he came to my house and we talked and stuff. He was trying to get me services, but there's really nothing in this county.
Yeah.
Everything's everything's falling apart here.
Right.
All
right. Well, we
trying to come up with business ideas and all kinds of stuff for people, and but I'm not making any money. I'm bored. I'm literally bored with my life sitting here. It's because all I do is think and go, wow, this country is really going upside down fast.
All right. Well, listen, we're gonna see. We'll call you after the show, and we're gonna see what we can find down there.
You got my number?
I have your number already. Yep. I'm able to grab it.
I haven't talked to you in years, dude. I remember your radio days. So you started about the same time I did.
Yes, you were in radio. Tony was in radio years ago.
Yeah, I did MVCC. I started there, had my own radio show.
Yeah.
And then I went to Rhode Island and worked
me
out
too.
there for a few years.
It's like we're following the same path.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to see if we can get you some help, though. Okay?
Yeah, I would like to have my own podcast, to be honest with you. I'm going to do it right here.
You could do it right there. I mean, it's easy to do that today.
Oh, you only need a couple headsets and maybe a computer.
Where are you located? Where are you located in Herkimer?
I am at the Prospect Apartments, directly across from the Herkimer Post Office.
Got it. Yep, I'm familiar with that. I used to have an office in that building.
Really?
When I had my DJ service, the Prospect.
That would be great because there's an empty spot up in the front of the building. It'd be awesome for a radio station.
On that corner, that was my office. That corner right across from the police station or the post
here's
office.
Another thing. Why is your radio station not on TuneIn apps or iHeartRadio or why is Town Square Media holding court and not putting anybody that's part of Town Square Media on the air?
Well, because you have to go through our apps and you go through our
different company. Those are different companies.
I can't listen to any of your radio. None of it.
Yeah.
I got a regular radio and I'm going AM. I'm like, what in the world?
All right. Well, we're going to work on this, Tony. Let's see what we can figure out for you, and just hang tight, and we'll get. Well, there's services out there, and ICANN is a great organization.
Right.
But there are.
Like I said, Chris Thornton. It's just like there's no. He's trying.
Yeah.
But
all right.
I'm trying to find somebody to help me. So many hours a month and get paid for it. And then Smitty turned it down. Mike Bowman turned it down. I said, you got to be kidding me.
Well,
5 hours? Really?
Yeah,
even if you gave me 3 hours, I would still sign you off for 5. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay. All right. Well, we don't want to talk about that. Nonetheless. All right. Let's see what we can do, Tony. You stay tight here, and we'll talk soon, okay?
All right, bud.
All right, man. Thank you. Good luck out there. Okay, just quickly, Virginia, you know Tony? Virginia?
Did you hit the right button there?
Oh, I did. Yeah, I got her. Virginia, is that you? Okay. Okay. we'll get into that. Well, we can't have anybody punching anybody and nobody harming themselves. So we're going to work on it. Tony, hang in there. We're going to see what we can find you out there. Got a break. Cold Tide at WIBX.
The holidays are upon us, and here at the Old Wickermo, we have some of the hottest gifts on the market. One of our top sellers is the Bog Bag. It is available in 3 sizes, and we have over a dozen colors in stock. Other top sellers include the popular Brewmate Tumbler, our beautiful gold-filled E. Newton jewelry, the Beekman skincare products, and don't forget our best sellers, the Solar Hot Air Balloon, along with our Peterman touch lamps. So stop in and let us help you check off that list. Take it away, Mom.
So this holiday season, let the Old Wickermville be your one-stop shop. We're conveniently located at the New Hartford Shopping Center.
Prescription products require completion of an online medication consultation with an independent healthcare provider through the LifeMD platform and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Individual results may vary. Additional restrictions apply at lifemd.com. Read all warnings before using GLP-1s. Side effects may include a risk of thyroid C-cell tumors. Do not use GLP-1s if you or your family have a history of thyroid cancer.
Should GLP-1 weight loss medication like Wegovy and Zepbound cost hundreds of dollars? We don't think so. TryLifeMD.com helps provide insurance access to the leading GLP-1 medications. Visit TryLifeMD.com and check your eligibility for GLP-1 medication with copays as low as $0. Listen to Tara's story after losing 42 pounds.
You just take your shot. It doesn't feel like you're on a diet. What I wasn't expecting it to do was to shut off the food noise. I've gone from 237 to 195. This was life-altering, and if I can do it, I feel like anybody can do it.
Get started right now and check your eligibility for GLP-1 medication with copays as low as $0 at TryLifeMD.com. That's TryLifeMD.com.
Hers weight loss is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Restrictions apply. Wegovy and Ozempic are not compounded.
Everyone's talking about the breakthrough of weight loss drugs, but too few can access or afford them. Hers is changing that. At forhers.com/radio, you can access doctor-trusted weight loss treatments tailored to you, like GLP-1 weekly injections with the same active ingredient as Ozempic and Wegovy, or oral medications at a fraction of the price. That's right. You'll save up to 91% per month on compounded semaglutide based on pricing through Hers, the same active ingredient as the name brand drug at 91% less. There's no hidden fees and no membership fees, just one low, transparent price. And the process is 100% online. If prescribed, your personalized plan ships free directly to your door. Get started at forhers.com/radio to access affordable doctor-trusted weight loss plans that put you first. That's forhers.com/radio. FORHERS.com/radio.
Get ready to deck the halls and make your home merry and bright this holiday season with Adirondack Home Furniture. Create lasting memories with friends and family around a new dining room set or in a new living room. With over 40 quality living and dining rooms available, you're sure to find the perfect pieces that match any style. Relax, unwind, and rejuvenate this holiday season with a new luxurious bedroom. From sofas to dining tables, bedroom sets to comfy recliners, Adirondack Home Furniture in the Old Riverside Center has what you need to create your dream home for the holidays. With free local delivery, sale prices on in-stock items and special orders, and a knowledgeable staff, your home will be ready for the holidays in no time. Adirondack Home Furniture has a large line of quality, USA-made furniture from top manufacturers. Wishing you a happy holiday season, Adirondack Home Furniture, Horatio Street, Utica, or browse their inventory online at AdirondackHomeFurniture.com.
Why wait for January to start your health journey? The time to take action is now. Hi everyone, this is Lisa from Fit Body Bootcamp. Whether you're looking to get stronger, feel better, or just start living your best life, me and my team of coaches are here to help. Right now, you can jumpstart your fitness goals by joining our Fit for the Holidays 28-day promotion for only $57. Or come on in and join us for 3 free sessions. Don't wait for the new year. Start your health journey now. Just give us a call and live your best life at Fit Body Bootcamp, located in Whitesboro and Clinton.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down, get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacin-capted Pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
It's time to stop letting road conditions dictate your journey. Nokian Tire's all-weather tires are versatile enough for summer heat, spring rain, and winter snow, allowing you to forget the forecast, so you can focus on the road ahead, not the road below. Forget the forecast with a year-round tire approved for winter use. Find Nokian Tire's all-weather tires at Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, with locations in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer. Learn more at tallmanstire.com.
This is Keeler in the Morning. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Somebody's saying maybe Herkimer Catholic Charities might be able to assist.
All right. I don't know that they're going to be able to get him weed.
Yeah, they would not.
I don't think they would do that. Let me go to, if I can, to Mike Curley, Lieutenant Mike Curley with the Utica Police Department. Mike, you were on the line for that. I don't even want to say now we know what you guys deal with, because we don't.
Right.
By any means.
We got a little peek behind the curtain, maybe.
You know, Mike, we have to take these things seriously. Tony is in a tough place right now, and you want to comment on that?
No, I just, there's no humor in that, right? It's the holiday season.
Yep.
Sometimes things are a little exacerbated when these types of year happen. People get lonely and they're alone, and just hope Tony gets the help he needs, and hopefully there's some people down the valley that can help him.
Yep, and I do want to say, too, that Davey, I know he feels like Davey doesn't help him, our Davey, but Davey talks to Tony every morning and does try to help him out. The problem is, well, it's not a problem. There are services out there and available, and there's help. So we're going to try to get him some help here this morning. All right. Obviously, one of the most horrible stories of the year happened when a young boy in East Utica who is believed to have had a gun that turned out to be a pellet gun, but looked like a
9-way.
Yes. And ultimately, in an altercation with police, he was shot and killed. It was a terrible story. And he was a member of the Karen community. Something happened over the weekend that I thought was really, really positive, and I'd like your take on it. They came to the police department. Explain what happened.
Yeah, 3 different groups. One from the Utica Karen Wesleyan, from the Utica Karen Baptist Church, and one from the Tabernacle Baptist Church came Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and sang some carols at the police station. I mean, we're really, really happy to have them. They were fantastic. They were welcoming, and all bad things, there's some positives. So we're doing our very best to make inroads with the current community, but all the credit has to go to them. This was their initiative. They came down and did this. They sang wonderful songs, and we couldn't be happier to have them.
Yeah.
Now, it was a very difficult and tumultuous time, right around the time this incident occurred, and, with various legal recourses that are taking place with attorneys and AG's office. I know there was some saying, don't talk to the family, this, that, and the other. But it seems like, at least from this gesture, that both your department and the Karen community have began to make inroads.
Yeah, with the assistance of the United States Department of Justice, they've really come in and tried to rebuild the inroads into that community. There's negotiations going on with the group that represents the family, obviously, but certainly with the majority of the population. As you can see, it's really starting to pay some dividends here. The case is ongoing. The AG's office still has it. They have not released their report yet, so we're anticipating that hopefully sometime in the upcoming 2025 year. But again, just for these groups to come down to the police station, knowing what happened in the summer, and then trying to do the best we can to rebuild those community bridges, it's really fantastic.
Well, especially, the AG's office, to that point, they do take a while for these things. I mean, this incident happened when, in September?
June.
Oh, in
it was
June.
over the summer,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. So
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the report was just released in the incident involving
Syracuse.
the Syracuse
Yeah.
police officer Michael Jensen and Lieutenant
And I thought
Husak,
that was a very fair assessment that they made for the Syracuse Police Department.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the circumstances are much
Different.
tragic nonetheless in both cases, but, 2 police officers dying in that particular one.
Yeah.
Regardless of the findings of that report, not a whole lot changes with respect to, the people involved. This one obviously has some ramifications, the one here locally, depending on what the DOJ find or the AG office finds. And we'll go from there. I mean, we are very confident in our officers' actions and that everyone can watch the video and make their own determination, but ultimately the AG has to say.
I want to say I just think it was a really big positive. The reality is, as terrible and tragic as this story was, at some point this young boy had a pellet pistol on his person that looked like a real handgun.
Yeah.
And it was out and about at an hour that 12-year-olds probably should be home. And I do not want to seem judgmental, but we cannot ignore that either. Am I going down the wrong road?
No, and the open investigations both internally with the AG, so I don't want to comment too much, but I appreciate that sentiment, and it's certainly one that is shared by a lot of people.
Yeah.
But, coming back to the reason for the story, obviously that community was affected a great deal by that incident, and for them to 3 different organizations show up with the numbers they did this weekend, I think speaks volumes to that community, speaks volumes to the inroads we're trying to make, and certainly speaks volume to the future of relationships, not between that community just alone, but us and the community as a whole.
And then if I could throw something at you that is not on the agenda, my apologies. I don't know,
coming on this program long enough.
Have you been involved? Have you been involved in any of the? Has UPD been involved in any of this fight back and forth? This battle, if you will, back and forth between a business owner and the doctor. And have you guys gotten into any of that? Are you familiar with that case?
We are, and due to some ongoing local, so we have some pending criminal cases as well.
I'm told that he was
involved in the residential portion of it.
Yeah.
But
I'm told that over the weekend he was charged and was arraigned on a felony charge.
Here in New Hartford or New Hartford or Utica?
In
I
Utica.
guess I'm not
In
familiar.
Utica.
There were
actually, no, not a county.
So that probably would have resulted, if again, without knowing exactly what the charges were, we did have some felony charges against Mr. Stevener with respect to an incident that happened on the properties earlier this year, and into the ongoing pending case. I think can leave it at that. Anybody can probably read the docket. It's public.
It's public.
Anybody can foil it. They can find it. We're aware, I guess, to answer your question in summation, and I'm not going to comment on anything that's going on in New Hartford. They got their own set of issues amongst all the parties, and we'll see how our criminal cases.
It's kind of it's a case that has gone from Utica to New Hartford and involves both.
And the town supervisor in New Hartford saying, "Well, I can't help you with the business portion. We can't do anything about the business portion because that's in Utica."
It's not often you have someone who's willing to go so far publicly in protest. This thing seemed to be spiraling out of control.
The latest thing, I think he was giving away the campers that he had acquired for this.
Well, because he's got to move them now.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting, Mike. I'm sorry to even bring that up, but
no, listen, there's 2 sides to every story, right? And everyone's presumed innocent, until they're not. So we'll give him his day in court, and certainly his day in the public arena.
Yeah.
There's 3 sides to every story.
It tends to be 3 sides.
But,
3 sides.
All right, Mike. Thank you for the time. We appreciate it.
Guys, thanks so much. Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. And then I want to just keep going, and then we're going to bring in Kaz Tangora on this issue of, are we about to, in New York State, get rid of February break?
Oh, boy.
Interesting topic. On the line right now, I'll let you do the introduction here.
Yes.
Andrew, Notre Dame has an announcement.
I've known Connor a long time. Connor Kof is a Notre Dame graduate. He has been hired as the new football coach for Notre Dame High School. Previously was the A coach at Proctor High School for their football program. You may remember Connor. We spoke to him about the organization he started a while back to help young student athletes get the proper equipment to play football and other sports. So Connor Kof is on the line with us right now. How's it going, man?
Doing great. How are you, Andrew? Thanks for having me on.
No problem.
He's been on for about 20 minutes here, so
He's been listening.
Tremendously apologize for that. Okay, so congratulations on the new job, and obviously, Notre Dame has a storied history of high school football over the years, but it has certainly struggled in the last few years.
Yeah, they sure do. It has a rich history that goes back a long time. I played there 12, 13 years ago. We were in the sectional finals. We had a good team. Obviously, the last couple of years hasn't gone how they wanted. We're hoping to turn that around.
All right. And then the latest announcement with the hockey school almost is, while it probably will have nothing to do with the football program, what a boost that is for the school.
Yeah, massive boost. They're really excited about it. I had heard some stuff about it before it officially came out. It sounds like it's going to be great. And Rob Esch is our guy. So,
is he going to allow you to take any of his hockey players and put them on the football field?
No.
No, unfortunately not. That was the first question I asked.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't sound like it.
Well, what's really good is that you've got people who went to Notre Dame now. I mean, you got Rick Hensel, who's the principal there. He's done a tremendous job with the resources that he has to continue to try to improve the school. You're coming in there to take over the football program, and it's kind of, as an alum myself, good to see a lot of these individuals coming up and stepping up and giving back to the place that they called home in their high school. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting. Rick's done a great job, and we've obviously talked quite a bit, and he's been great and very welcoming. So I'm excited. And Rick and I actually went to high school together, obviously. So
yeah.
So we know each other a little bit.
Listen, I know recruiting is not allowed in schools. I'm pretty sure. However, I remember growing up with Notre Dame. I did not go to Notre Dame. However, growing up in sports, you'd always hear the story about, there's this awesome athlete in such and such a town, but he's decided to go to Notre Dame. You guys got the best of the best over the years, and I'm assuming the goal is to build it back to that. Not that you're recruiting,
right?
But you want to get
NIL budget here.
You want to get back to those days.
Yeah, so we want to make the program as attractive as possible, and obviously the school speaks for itself. The academic environment there is awesome. Small school, a lot of good community vibes. So we're excited to try to get it back to where it was.
All right. Well, listen, congratulations. And before you know it, the sun will be shining and you'll be practicing football.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Thanks for having me on, guys.
All right. Thanks so much, Connor. Quick break. I want to tell you, it's a Utica Thing restaurant and bar. If you're looking for a great lunch, Charlie DiGristina and everybody over there have you covered with an authentically Italian It's a Utica Thing kitchen and bar. An awesome lunch. You wouldn't need it to be a quick lunch. They can accommodate. You have time, they can accommodate. You need catering, they have you covered. You want to do the family the family pack and actually bring a bunch of food to your workplace and eat there, they have you covered. For lunch, salads, soups, homemade pastas, amazing sandwiches, calzones, and more. Let It's a Utica Thing catering turn your holiday party into a holiday feast. Any size office, big or small, there's still time to use It's a Utica Thing for your catering. Gift cards, buy $20, get 5 free. It's a Utica Thing kitchen and bar. Perfect choice for lunch. Leland Ave in the Big Lot Plaza in North Utica.
Christmas, more than any other time, is for the gathering of families to celebrate the joy that the season brings, reflecting on the blessings of the past year. For many at the Rome Rescue Mission, there is no home, no family, and no joy. Children cannot experience the joy of Santa because no one can afford a gift for them, and to many, Christmas Day brings only more loneliness and misery. The good news is it doesn't have to be this way. With your generous donation of $20, you can provide Christmas for a child at the Rome Rescue Mission. A traditional Christmas meal, a visit from Santa, a toy, and celebrating the birth of baby Jesus can all be made possible with a donation of just $20. Please consider what you can do to pass along the joy of this season. Donate now at romemission.org. That's romemission.org. Rome Rescue Mission. A hand up, not a handout.
Hello, Utica. This is Carrie Paleo from the Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce. We're thrilled to introduce some of the newest members of our business network.
Aerify Air Duct and Dryer Vent Cleaning, aerifyny.com. Key Accounting Solutions, 2140 Oriskany Boulevard, Suite 6, Whitesboro. The M Apartments, 239 Genesee Street, Utica.
By supporting the local economy, we'll keep building the future of Utica together. Greater Utica Chamber, empowering upstate New York.
Deep in the hidden wetlands of Florida, there's a honey so rare, it's only harvested 2 weeks out of the year. Tupelo honey, the gold standard of honey. Specially bottled by Smiley Honey.
Here's why Tupelo honey is so special. It never crystallizes. It's diabetic friendly with a low glycemic index. Pure, unfiltered, and natural. Straight from the hive to your table.
Tupelo honey from Smiley Honey, the gold standard of honey.
Give the most unique gift only you can give. Get those old films, tapes, and slides transferred to digital locally. Call Walt at 315-768-0277. Media Partners Group in New York Mills.
I looked at the programs from the manufacturer this month, and there's a major glitch in the customer's favor.
It's on a 2025 Kia Sportage plug-in hybrid all-wheel drive.
With government incentives, lease this $41,000 vehicle for just $418 per month for 36 months.
And that's with zero down, zero due at inception, even sales tax included.
Plug it into a regular outlet at night and get 35 miles on electric.
Then it switches to a gas hybrid engine with 430 miles on a tank of gas.
Nab yours today before they fix the glitch.
Only during Kia's Season of New Tradition sales event.
Make that short drive to save.
So go kooky for Kia at Destination Kia of Utica. Puppies and babies not included.
STK number 25T0391. MSRP $41,240. 36 months, 30,000 mile lease. 20 cents per mile over. $0 due to inception. $0 security deposit. 8.75% sales tax and $650 acquisition fee included in payment structure. $400 disposition fee. 720 plus FICO score. Includes NYS Drive Clean rebate. Offer expires 1/2/2025.
The Old Wicker Mill is your one-stop shop for all your gift-giving needs this holiday season. With our amazing selection of products beautifully displayed, it's not only easy to shop here at the Old Wicker Mill, it's fun. Shopping for that perfect gift can be a challenge. Not to worry, we have an endless selection of toys to Pandora jewelry, along with our knowledgeable sales staff to help you pick out that perfect gift. We'll help you check off that list so you can have more time with friends and family. Take it away, Mom.
Put some fun back into your holiday shopping at the Old Wicker Mill, conveniently located at the New Hartford Shopping Center.
It's time to stop letting road conditions dictate your journey. Nokian Tires all-weather tires are versatile enough for summer heat, spring rain, and winter snow, allowing you to forget the forecast so you can focus on the road ahead, not the road below. Forget the forecast with a year-round tire approved for winter use. Find Nokian Tires all-weather tires at Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, with locations in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer. Learn more at tallmanstire.com.
Hello, everyone in Central New York. This is Dave Letterman, your old TV pal. Remember me? I'm supposed to say something witty and funny here about Bill Keeler, but I've got nothing. Ever see a picture of this guy? That's a joke in itself. Anyhow, here's Keeler on WIBX.
Hey, the official coffee of the Keeler in the Morning radio program is Daylight Donuts in New Hartford. Have you gotten your snowflake rolls? You got to order them in advance. They'll be ready on Christmas, the day before Christmas Eve, the day before Christmas Eve. They'll be ready for you, and all you got to do is order them. Call Daylight Donuts at 315-724-7103. Great spot for all the bagels and the donuts, all that stuff made fresh every day, and the best coffee, Daylight Donuts in New Hartford. Okay, in studio right now is Kaz Tangora. He is Dr. Kaz Tangora, who is the Superintendent of Schools at New Hartford. Good morning.
Good morning.
So there has been some talk about February break maybe coming to an end. What do you know? And it's probably more of a state thing. Is that correct?
Well, February break is not universal across the state. There are some regions that don't have a February break. They just have the President's Day holiday, and then
I don't remember as a kid having February break.
I don't either.
Yeah,
to be quite honest. The discussion around February break at the state level has just been a rumor more than anything else, right? Around perhaps having additional holidays added to the school calendar, and if they did, how would that impact schools?
Yeah.
You have to have 180 days, 176 days with kids plus 4 days as for superintendent's days for 180. Yeah. So what would happen if holidays like Diwali, which is celebrated in New York City, was statewide? What if, Rosh Hashanah or Yom Kippur, which, many folks who celebrate those holidays and don't have school across the state are added to the calendar? Eid, right? So there are a number of holidays out there that could be added to the calendar. It just seems likely if they are that days.
That's at least 5 days.
Yeah, that would probably wipe out the February break, or some variation across the school year. But there is nothing in stone. There's nothing been said. This has all been speculation.
So you are adding 2 holidays, though, right, in New York State?
Well, we added Juneteenth.
And
We added Chinese Lunar New Year. The state did. Over the past couple of years.
So those will be new holidays that schools will have off.
Juneteenth has been, I think, the past 4 or 5 years.
Yep.
And then this year, Chinese Lunar New Year lands on Wednesday, the 29th of January, so there will not be schools statewide that day.
So you have to be thinking, if you're the Jewish community, and the state is now recognizing the Chinese New Year, they got to be like, well, what about Rosh Hashanah and some of these others?
It makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I would expect that those 2 holidays will be added to the calendar. They, in my opinion, they should be.
Yeah,
They should be soon. But we'll have to wait and see what
All
the
right.
state does.
So, as we said, we probably didn't. You had President's Day, and you had a few days off, and then Easter, and then spring break came along. Usually tied to Easter, but I don't remember for February.
No,
break at all.
as a matter of fact, I recall having a 2-week spring break.
Yeah,
and then I think
Christmas was almost always 2
weeks.
weeks.
Always.
Yeah,
but at some point it shifted from that 2-week spring break to a
Well, we can't have the kids away from school that long.
No,
just
you
lose them,
you
right?
can't, and it is a long winter, and students and faculty and staff.
Yeah.
that's a nice break. It's a nice chance to recharge, and because the year is not over in February, there's a long way to go.
Well, and you do hear people say, in my day, we went to school a lot of days. These kids today don't go. That's not true. No matter if you add these holidays, you still have to meet the requirement of whatever
It's
number.
still going to be
set.
180 days of instruction at a minimum. Yeah, absolutely.
Which will not change. How will this affect people a little bit? If you take a February vacation every year, and you're a family out there, you're either going to have to cancel that vacation, or you're taking the kids anyway.
Right. Well, as an educator, we would prefer you cancel the vacation. And follow the school calendar. But but those choices are family choices at the end of the day, and it will have an impact on folks. Yeah.
During the break, we were talking about the electric bus issue, and all of that is coming out of Albany. The Rockefeller report is now out. They were commissioned to really dig into finding a way to figure out how schools are funded properly. We'll get to that. But your thoughts on the electric bus thing. At some point, I think what you had said during the break is the state's going to have to come and say, we're not ready yet.
That seems logical. Right?
Yeah.
So whether or not that translates to what actually happens is yet to be seen. But it just doesn't seem possible to roll this out the way the state has mandated it be done, in terms of being able to power all of those buses, store the power, pay for it. It's a huge expense. And there's not community support in many, many school districts for this initiative. They still have the power at the polls. So if communities don't want to approve the purchase of electric buses, then
and how do you handle that? So the state mandates it.
Right.
And the school in a vote just voted it down, the district.
Right. I mean, in New York State, we're a local control state.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, the district as a Board of Education, a body, is obligated to follow the law, but they can't purchase buses that communities don't allow them to purchase.
Right.
So as of this point in 2025, you have to start to think about looking at this, or when does the mandate take effect?
2027.
Oh, 27. Okay.
Yeah. So
That's not too far away.
Yeah. Well, it's not. Everybody is thinking about how are they going to.
And you don't have the infrastructure to do this right now. And it just the bus proposal you had went up in flames before it even went anywhere.
Before it even got started. Though we did do a study at the time, and New Hartford Central School District could draw enough power to have an electric fleet.
Okay.
But what happens when Utica and New York Mills and
Right,
Whitesboro?
they draw.
Then it's a different
It's all
story.
the same grid.
Right, yeah.
Wow.
And then the other part of this is you have some hilly areas, some difficult areas that are going to draw more. There'll be some bus routes that are very difficult for electric.
Absolutely, right?
Yeah.
So topography, geography all come into play. The flatter the weather, right? So, a route that a diesel-powered bus can take may require 2 electric buses.
Right.
So there's a lot to consider.
All right, and then the report that just came out, your recommendation to Albany.
Would be to read, digest, reread, digest, and really be sure that people understand what the report's saying in totality. Right. So the whole is definitely greater than the sum of its parts. I think I'm convinced that if you take this report in isolation, just pieces of it, that disaster will not be able to be averted.
And do you recommend school districts really should be a part of this process in some way, right?
Absolutely.
So you're going to see the red flags. There's already red flags out there. I know my father-in-law, Rick Timms, saying that there are many school districts in the state that this will actually benefit, but there are many school districts that it could really, really harm.
New York State's a real complex state.
Yeah.
The districts are very diverse, and I would recommend that they just start from scratch and rebuild rather than try to tinker with something that has proven to be ineffective.
So taking time probably would be the
yeah.
All right. Anything else we should know about? You're getting close to retirement.
Yeah, about 2.5 months to go. So there are some things
It'd be a long 2.5 months, right?
And it's flying by.
Yeah.
It's flying by.
It is.
And as I've said before, I've been blessed. It's been great. It's been a great run, but I would, be dishonest if I didn't say I wasn't looking
forward to it.
Yeah.
It is and I'm not sure that my wife was the daughter of a superintendent, so she understands it's a demanding job. Whether you're a principal or you're a superintendent, it's a demanding job.
It's a demanding job. I started as a public school administrator in 1996, so it's been a long run, and it's been very gratifying. And to have the ability to touch the lives of so many children and serve so many children, it's just been.
I know we had the issue of the art project that went awry and the racial issues that do you feel that you're going to leave New Hartford in a better place when this is all done, especially in regard to race relations, if you will?
Listen, it'll sound self-serving, but yes, I really do. I believe that in the short time I was there, I did what I set out to do, to kind of put some processes and procedures in place to make us a more transparent school district and to be more effective and efficient. So, I mean, there will be people who disagree, but
there will be.
No one escapes criticism.
That's right. Well, you wouldn't have done your job, I think, if everybody was like, "Oh, he was
great.
He was just perfect. Great at parties." Kaz Tangora, thank you.
You're welcome.
We appreciate it. Let me tell you about the Falcon Clinic in Washington Mills. It is accepting new patients right now. The Falcon Clinic, thank you. The area's premier osteopathic medical clinic. They're accepting new patients right now if you're in need of a new family doctor or if you're having an issue that you just need some assistance with. Call them today at 315-507-4751. It is the Falcon Clinic in Washington Mills. A special thanks to Kaz Tangora. We're back here tomorrow. Enjoy your day. WIBX.
We're your neighbors, friends, and your family. We care about our community, your business, and most important, you.
We support charities like the United Way, McMahon Ryan Child Advocacy Center. We are the members of IBEW Local 43 and NECA Contractors. You don't just see our work, you live it. From the JMA Wireless Dome, hospitals, schools, and city buildings, the IBEW is part of the community.
Central New York's future is bright, and the IBEW Local 43 and NECA will continue to help light, power, and grow Central New York.
The holidays are here, and so are the biggest savings of the year at Steed Pawnee Chevrolet in Herkimer during their Red Tag year-end blowout. Save on a 2024 Silverado RST V8 4x4 dealer demo. Get $10,000 off. Or lease a 2024 Silverado Crew Cab LT 4x4 for just $469 a month. Prefer something sporty? Lease a 2025 Trailblazer LS all-wheel drive for only $359 a month. Visit SteedPawneeChevy.com or stop by and see why it's always easy to do business at Steed Pawnee Chevrolet. The Steed Pawnee family wishes you and your family a joyful holiday season. Together, let's drive.
Customers must qualify with top-tier credit through GM Financial. Lease terms of 3 years, 10,000 miles per year. Mileage penalty of 25 cents per mile over 30,000 miles. Lessee must have a current Chevy lease in the household. Silverado demo stock number 24615. Silverado lease stock number 24447. Trailblazer stock number 2.